What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we're back here in the basement for a Happy New Year. A Happy New Year. And we got the New York Knicks setting off the day with a game. Hopefully, our new guy, Anunoby, is here. He just hit a basket, too. Just hit a basket, so we're down 7-6, just setting it off right now. Let's see what happens when we go further and further with this new Knicks team with no R.J. Barrett and no Emmanuel Quickly. I don't know how I feel about that just yet. Barrett, of course, is inconsistent. I've defended him as much as I can, but his inconsistency found his way off the team. I really had a lot of high hopes for Barrett, and I still wish him all the best. I just don't understand what the problem was, why he couldn't be more consistent. But Quickly, he got rid of one of the best six men in the game. He was runner-up to the six man last year. So I don't get why. We'll see how it pans out. Anunoby is definitely better than R.J. Barrett. He's more consistent. He just is to this point. Randall for three, and he hit it. There we go. We're down 12-9. Game just underway. Quickly and a pick. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But we'll see how it pans out. Bulldog. Bulldog, first cellar dweller accounted for in the basement. What's up, man? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. OG dweller Manav in the basement. What's going on, Manav? Happy New Year back to you, buddy. Good to see you in here, man. Peso, Happy New Year to you. OG dweller Peso in the basement. What's going on, Peso? Good to see your name in here, man. I decided this last minute to do the game, so here we are. I wanted to say what's up to everybody. We set the new year off the correct way with a Knicks win, hopefully. The Minnesota Timberwolves are out of nowhere really good. So this should be an interesting game here. But I'm going to be on YouTube a lot more. I'm going to be on Twitch as well, gaming. I just started that account this week. My sons helped me set that up. So I'm doing some gaming also, man. So it's going to be a fun year in the basement between the Twitch and doing the YouTube. I'll be uploading videos, of course, and I'll be doing the live streams again, and I'll be more active than I've been in the last couple of months, right? So we're right here with you guys, man. How's everybody been? Big win for the Bills yesterday, too, man. I see that. Big win for the Bills. Big win for the Bills and big win. Miami got stomped out. Wow. Randall with the fadeaway jumper. Miami got stomped out. 56-19. Wow. Happy New Year, Peso. Fingers crossed for the win, no doubt. Gunner, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Gunner in the basement. Happy New Year. Rock, the basement boss, my honey, my beautiful, beautiful wife, Rock. Happy New Year, dwellers from Rock. Manav, same to you, Rock. Be safe and healthy, dwellers. Manav says, what's up, and Happy New Year back to Rock and everybody else. Peso, I'm following you on Twitch. Thank you, Peso. Much appreciated. Gunner says, Happy New Year to the basement boss. That's right. She is the basement boss. She has been tremendous for me during these health times. So if you see the light flicker in the background, it means I'm getting too excited and I got to start calming down. But that's her, and I love her to death, man. You guys all know the basement boss. So, Peso, Bulldog, got to you, man. Bulldog, I hope you've been doing well. I haven't been on as often either, man. So to say I haven't seen you in a while. But the last few times I was on. So that's good. You're accounted for. Rick the Ninja popped into Twitch last night. I haven't seen him in forever. Even since the few times I was on recently, I hadn't seen him. So he was accounted for. Oh, good block by Hartenstein. Rudy Gobert went up to dunk it, and Hartenstein blocked it. Jalen Brunson for three. Oh, he missed it. Come on. Anunoby all over the place, man. Beautiful. Our new guy, Anunoby, man, fighting for rebounds. He's playing hard. Again, him for R.J. Barrett, I don't mind that. I can see that. But Emmanuel Quickly, man, that was one of the best bench guys in the league, man. I don't know about that part of it. Hartenstein just blocked Rudy Gobert's dunk, and straight up blocked it. Wow, that was great. Straight up blocked it. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Everybody else that's not following on Twitch, please do. I just started that this week. I do a lot of Call of Duty, and I'm doing NBA right now. NBA 2K, my career. I never did my career before. I usually just pick the team. Like I'd pick the Knicks. Like in baseball, I pick the Yankees, and I just play a season. I didn't know that doing your own career and building your own player was this much fun. This is a lot of fun. So I had no idea. I had no idea it would be this much fun, but I'm having a ball doing it. And thanks to both of my sons that have been helping me out with it, because I don't know what they set all that up, the headsets and everything else. I would have never gotten that set up. So that was much appreciated. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button too. Man, there's a lot of people that talk a lot of smack. Online gaming, holy crap. Some of these people take this stuff like really serious. I get the serious part, but they take it like really serious. Cursing people out, calling you name. Oh my gosh. Some of the stuff I heard of being online was like, wow, these people take this game and really, really serious. So that was new and interesting. Manav, same to you, Rock. Gunner, Happy New Year, Basement Boss. Gunner, sorry your Jets have been disappointing this year. We kind of ended your season week 1. The Madison Square Garden, the MetLife Field ended Aaron Rodgers' freaking 4 plays, man, 4 plays. But that's the Jets' fault, too, because they weren't prepared with a back. And you know what? Not for nothing. Zach Wilson has shown a lot more this year than he did last year. He had a couple of really good games. Cmon came in. Tim Boyle came in. You know what? That offensive line, the injuries, then the backups got injured. Then you had third stringers in there. They had 12 or 13 different starting lineups for the offensive line. How are you supposed to survive with that? And the other funny thing to me is this: the Jets should have gotten Joe Flacco. The same media that was saying they shouldn't go after Flacco earlier in the year is now ripping the Jets for not getting him because Flacco's playing great. In 9 games, he was 1-8 as a Jets starter. He was horrendous last year. He was horrendous the year before. He didn't have a clue on what was going on, and the line wasn't that great. What would Joe Flacco be doing behind this offensive line right now? What would he be doing? Not what he's doing in Cleveland. I promise you that. He would be getting killed back there. These guys have 0 time to throw the ball. So I don't agree with that assessment that the Jets should have gotten Flacco. Just another knock on him. That's fine. Shout out to Garrett Wilson, whose second year in a row with all the offensive line and quarterback dysfunction has another 1,000-yard receiving year. Can you imagine what he's going to be like with Aaron Rodgers? He had 4 different starting quarterbacks last year, 4 different starting quarterbacks this year, and the dude has got over 1,000-yard receiving yard in both seasons. Wait till he has Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. And you heard it here first. Davante Adams will be a Jet. You watch. I'm calling it now. He will be a Jet. You watch. He will be a Jet. Knicks up 16-13 right now. 6:15 left in the first quarter. Rocco is right next to me right now. I gave him a bone. You guys know how he barks, but his arthritis has been acting up a lot. So he's been in some art. Yeah, he's getting older. That's all it is, guys. You guys have been here for a little while, so you've seen, but now he's getting a little bit older. Beautiful pass out to Vincenzo, back to Randall, back to Vincenzo, and hit that 3. Oh, he missed it. Come on, man. We're up 16-14 right now. Gunner, COD lobbyists in 2009 to 12 were just something else when it came to trash talk. I learned a lot of new words. Oh, my gosh, Gunner, the words, and whoo! And I've understood that they have it regulated now. I understand that some things get them shut out or kicked off the game for a couple of days, what have you. But I'll tell you what, playing live NBA, like when you go to, if you haven't done my career in NBA, Randall turnaround jumper, he missed it. It's pretty interesting because you can do practice courts. You can go to a rec center. You don't have to just play the the regular season games with your team. So these guys, you go play in like an individual court, a practice court. You can team up with 2 or 3 other guys on there, and man, I'll tell you what, the trash talk going on there is pretty intense. Wow. And I'm like average. Baseball, I'm really good at. NBA, I'm average. You got to build your career. You got to build your character. My character's an 87 now. But I'm pretty good. But there's some games where I'm not pretty good. And there were some people talking some real smack. Wow. So that's why my name's Basement. It doesn't get any lower than the basement. I don't care about trolls and trash talk. It's funny because some of these guys act like these people know them. And it's funny. It's really funny to listen to. So, and they even trash their own teammates. It's hilarious. Karl Anthony Towns bangs a 3. Minnesota up 17. Oh, no, that was only a 2-pointer, really? All right, we'll take it. It's tie game at 16. How's your guys' holidays been, man? How's everybody doing? Randall moving in. I wonder if they're going to trade Randall. Man. I like him. There's a lot of Knicks fans that don't like Julius Randle. I mean, there are a couple of things about him I don't like. Like he forces shots and he holds on to the ball too long, and his ball handling is horrendous. He should always be playing off the ball. But that being said, the guy is a 20-10 player. 20-10, 20 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, you don't get that at a lot of people, man. The guy is a great player if he plays his position. But, I mean, the Knicks haven't had a consistent 20-10 player in a long time. Maybe not since Carmelo. So I really don't have – I like Randall more than I don't like him. There's some – I mean, people just take the ball from him when he's coming down the court. The game should not be run through Randall. It should be run through Brunson or not quickly anymore. Still trying to get over that, man. I like – Anunoby is a great pickup over RJ. I'm going to be saying this a lot, and I'm watching him play now. He's playing his heart out. But, man, I don't like losing quickly, man. I really don't. You're going to see a lot of Miles McBride now. Miles McBride's going to be coming off the bench. We'll see a lot of that kid. And I don't mind him. He doesn't play it a lot. I don't mind him. But, man, quickly, man. I miss him already. He was shocked. They said he was shocked when he got traded. He didn't think he was going to be traded. But he didn't sign any extensions in the offseason either. So, Manav. Great, Johnny, and yours? Oh, man, come on. How can it go? Beautiful time. We had a good 2 weeks of family here for Christmas and the holidays, man. It was just a great, great time, man. I really enjoyed having everybody here. Love seeing the family. Great food. Of course, Manav. Of course, Rock cooked incredible food. So we had a really good time, man. Really good time. And now, just kicking back, watching the Knicks today. I'll probably go on Twitch later and play some games. So if you don't have that, I'll drop the link. Should be able to drop the link right here for my Twitch. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now. If you don't have it and you're not on, I'll be on most afternoons to the night. There's Rocco. There you go. There's my Twitch right there. I should be on most I'll be on most afternoons into the night. And I still will be live streaming games. I'll do the Rangers and Knicks. The Yankees will be back soon. Geez, footy will be back soon. Ian, hello from Australia. Ian, welcome into the basement, man. You're joining a whole bunch of regular people that have been with me a while, man. Welcome into the basement, Ian. How are you? Getting ready for footy season, huh? There he is. There is Rocco, the basement mascot. There he is. He has a hard time walking, though, man, so bear with him. There he is, guys. There, yeah, you can see he's see how he kind of fell down? His arthritis is not good. It's not good, man. It sucks when your dogs get older, man. It sucks. It just sucks. It just does. He's healthy otherwise. The vet said he's very healthy otherwise. It's just his legs are just not doing well. Josh Hart, come on. I'm glad they extended him over the – come on, Randall, get that. It wasn't really all Randall. It's kind of a bad pass by Hart. Here comes McBride. He's going to have a lot of playing time now, McBride. He's got a lot to prove. If he can't do it, they're probably going to move on from him. So, Ian, man, what's good from Australia right now? It's got to be, what is it, 5:30 in the morning there right now? Manav, hi, Ian from California. Do you like cricket? Probably does. Manav, he probably does. If he's from Australia, he's got to love footy or rugby, right? Gunner, I'm looking forward to watching Ed Oliver for years to come. He has been a one-man wrecking machine this season. 9.5 sacks, 14 tackles for a loss, and an interception. Yeah, no doubt. He has been a humongous for the Bills, especially with Milano. And, Von Miller is almost an afterthought at this point, even though he's back, right? He's almost an afterthought. Ed Oliver is more than made up for those two guys being gone. So when you come back with a full defense next year and a big game against Miami coming up, you guys should beat Miami. Is that in Miami or is it in Buffalo? I think it's in Miami, right? I think it's in Miami. Ian, off to work soon, 7:30. Love all sports and, of course, cricket in the AFL. Well, jump on the Twitch with us, man. AFL, come on, man. Brisbane Lions, man. My Lions should be able to come back this season and be right back in it, Ian. The Lions should be able to be right back in it, man. I really thought they were going to win that. They had their opportunities in that premiership, man. They had their opportunities. They blew it. The Pies coming out and shutting down Charlie Cameron in that first quarter and a half was huge. You got to take out the guy that's going to take you out. And Charlie Cameron is a monster, Ian. Ian, look at this, man. That's how much I'm into it. I even got Nick Dacos, man. Look, I love bobbleheads. I get a lot of them, man. But there you go. Charlie Cameron, there's Nick Dacos, man. So I have tons of bobbleheads from wrestlers to Rangers to – come on, man. That's how old Mike Richter when they won the Stanley Cup. This is some old stuff. But anyway, yeah, I think Brisbane, they should be able to come right back and get right back to the finals again. The premiership again. So, and I pulled for the Magpies because of Mason Cox, man. He's an American, went over there and had a great, what a risk taker. You have a 6-figure job waiting for you to get it when you're getting out of college, and you go to a country, you don't know the sport, you don't know anybody over there, you have no friends, no relatives, right? And you go over there and you kill it in the sport. I know he didn't take off in the sport right away, but man, now he's become one of the game's greats. Great player, man. I pulled for the American over there, so I know Collingwood is kind of like the New York Yankees or the Dallas Cowboys. Either you love them or you hate them. But the new Yankees, by the way, switching gears, the Los Angeles Dodgers have taken over as the new Yankees, meaning they're getting all the players, buying all the teams. I don't hate them because that would be so hypocritical, me being a Yankee fan. But, man, they got everybody. Ohtani, Yamamoto, Tyler Glass now. It's like an afterthought. Great pitcher from Tampa Bay Rays. He's like an afterthought now. Tyler Glass now is a great pitching pickup for the Dodgers, and all these signings they've been doing, it's like an afterthought. Oh, yeah, and they got Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, and they got a monster team. Monster team, man. So 2 minutes left in the first quarter, 27-21 Minnesota. McBride is getting a lot of time. He's going for a three. He missed again. He's missing a lot of shots, McBride, a lot of shots. He's got to pick it up. Emmanuel quickly being gone, man. He's going to take over that role or they're going to trade him. Anunoby, I like the pickup. I just don't like getting rid of quickly, man. I just think they could have done something different. Nolan Podcast, Nolan Hockey Podcast, my Winnipeg Jets buddies. What's going on? Happy New Year, Johnny. Don't know if you know this, but your professional women's hockey team, New York City, just beat Team Toronto in the first ever women's hockey league. I did not know that. You got me on that, brother. Happy New Year back to you, man. Happy New Year back to you. Great luck to your Winnipeg Jets. If you guys have not watched Nolan Hockey Podcast, subscribe to his channel. They're great. They're funny. They do WWE. They do other stuff on there as well. It's a really cool channel to check out, man. Nolan Hockey Podcast. Guys, subscribe to his channel. Go ahead and do it, man, because they're good people over there. Happy New Year back to you, brother. Thanks for hang out, man. We're watching the Knicks right now. Anunoby on the Knicks. RJ Barrett is on Toronto. And Emmanuel Quickly, man. I can't. It sounds like I don't like having Anunoby on the team. I do like having him. I just don't think we had to give up Quickly. We could have gave up a couple other pieces. Jalen Brunson for 3. Come on, man. What's up with the threes today? No one can hit threes. Anunoby for 3. He misses. Brunson, DiVincenzo, they're missing. Miles McBride is missing. I think McBride is forcing some play today. Don't mind Rocco. He's barking, but he has some arthritis. I just gave him his meds. Hopefully he starts calming down soon. But I think Miles McBride is going to be pushing it a little bit, trying to make up for the loss of Quickly, but he's rushing some shots and he's missing. He's going to be I guess he's going to be the new bench guy. I don't know who else is. I mean, can you run Josh Hart at the point? You can run DiVincenzo at the point, but there he's a starter now. We also have Quentin Grimes on the bench. What are you going to do with Grimes? Can you put Vincenzo at the point, stick Grimes at the 2? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Miller was a healthy scratch for yesterday's game. Was he, Gunner? I didn't even know that. I think he's done, man. He's got too much going on. His injuries. I think he's done, man. I think you can wrap it up. Matt Milano is somebody to look forward to coming back. I think Von Miller's done, dude. I think he's done with the Buffalo Bills. Maybe not in his career, but he's probably done there. He doesn't have next year, right? Isn't this the last year of his contract, Gunner? When's the Johnny bobblehead coming out? It would sell plenty. Get a Johnny Basement bobblehead. We might sell in Australia, man. I got a good footy following. Got a really good footy following, man. I appreciate that because there's so many great people that have helped me out doing the footy, man. It really, really have helped me out, and I really appreciated that because that was a tough sport to learn. But once I started watching the games, just like anything else, you watch the games, listen to the announcers, look up the rules. I mean, you can be told all this stuff, but until you watch these sports in action, then you start picking up what's going on and what's not. And with footy, I'm good with about 85% of what's going on. There's a couple of things here and there that I don't understand. But for the most part, I got the game down. Nolan, yeah, Jets went on a December heater, 10-1-2. Glad to see the Rangers doing well, too. Hey, man, we might get a Stanley Cup final out of it. The Jets are doing it. The Winnipeg Jets are killing it right now, Nolan. They are killing it. No question about it, man. You got some teams in the West. Obviously, the Vegas Knights are one of them. The LA Kings, another one. And we got teams in the East, but we've beaten the Bruins twice already. Played them twice, beat them twice. We just smacked down the Tampa Bay Lightning, who I think the Lightning are going to become like the Pittsburgh Penguins, to where they're still like, hey, we got to play them in the playoffs, but they're not, like when the Penguins start to go down, it's like they're not what they used to be. The Lightning are probably going to become that, man. He's still got Vasilevsky in goal. He's one of the greatest goalies to play the game. He's definitely the greatest goalie of his era. Vasilevsky's a beast. But, up until last year, he was the winningest goalie for like 5 straight years. 3 Stanley Cups in a row. He won 2 of them. Steven Stamkos, Victor Hedman, these guys are all monsters, man. But Father Time starts taking over, and these teams, we saw it when they lost to the Avalanche in the finals. The Avalanche were too fast for them, man, just too fast. They got Kucherov. The dude's one of the greatest shooters in the game, along with Austin Matthews, who's lighting it up. Austin Matthews may get 70 goals this year, Nolan. He may get 70 goals. I'm calling that Austin gets 70. What do you think, Nolan? You think so? Gunner, it's always great news to hear about a Toronto hockey team lose. As a Sabres fan, isn't a team I dislike more. The Sabres, man. The Sabres. Gunner, we expected so much more out of your Sabres this year, man. I don't know what's going on there. You have a good young team. I don't know. I know Tage Thompson missed some time, but, man, you guys got a good young squad. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, we're halfway through the season. Maybe they can get something else going, man, but it just, we'll see. Texas hockey cards, another dweller accounted for. Texas, what is going on, man? Good to see you in here, brother. Happy New Year to you, man. Good to see you in here, man. How you been? How's your holiday? Manav, just subscribe to your channel, Nolan Hockey Podcast. There you go, brother. That's right. Everybody subscribe to Nolan's podcast and check him out. It is a good time, man. It's a good time. Gunner, he's got 3 more. He does? He has 3 more years, Miller? Really? What, they signed him to a 5-year deal? I didn't know he was signed for that long. I thought it was just for a couple of years. He may get cut, man. He may get cut in the offseason. Nolan, yep, appreciate it. Yep. Oh, yeah, these guys are good, man. A lot of these guys you see in here, Nolan, have been with me for a long time. So as long as I've been on, so they'll do it, man. That's cool, brother. Gunner, no matter how bad my Sabres are every year, we will always own Toronto. 126, 86, and 18 against them. Just in case you're counting. Wow, man. Wow. Nolan, I'm going to go watch the Winter Classic. Have a great day. Hey, brother. I'm going to the Rangers Islanders, Nolan. I'm going to the Rangers Islanders at MetLife Stadium, man. Outdoor game, February 18th, I believe. Rangers Islanders outdoors. That's going to be a hell of a time. And I know the day before at the same stadium, the Devils are playing the Philadelphia Flyers. So basically at Jets Giant Stadium, the New York Rangers and Islanders will be facing off. That is always a great time. The fans talk so much trash. It's a humongous rivalry. That's going to be a lot of fun. Outdoor game, February 18th. I'm looking forward to that Winter Classic game, man. You think Matthews gets 69 for the meal? Right. That's a good exit one right there, Nolan. Good exit one, brother. All right, my man. Thanks for stopping through, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, but the Sabres, man, what is their record right now? They're still like a couple games below 500, aren't they? Knicks down by get that. Come on, man. We're fighting for boards, man. I'm glad. Jericho Sims got hurt, too. Mitchell Robinson being out for 2 months is awful, man. Awful. Oh, the Sabres are 15 and 19. Did not see that coming, Gunner. Did not see that coming. Didn't see that coming, brother. I'm surprised. I really thought they were going to be better than this. 34-26. Josh Hart just dropped in a bucket. We got 11 minutes left in the second. I almost said second period. Second quarter. Gunner, no matter how bad. I just read that. Nolan read that. Ultimate, welcome back in the basement. Ultimate, welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Hope everything was going well for you, brother. Thank you, man. It's good to be back. Manav, Happy New Year, Ultimate. Yep. Yeah, we just came back in today, man. Usually I post when I come back on, but it's kind of a game time decision, man, to get back in here. So, but we're trying to check out our new guys on the Knicks. See what we can get out of this, man. It's they had to make a change. They had to make changes. I get that. They had to make changes. And I guess they gave RJ Barrett as much time as they were going to give him. Man, I got a whole RJ Barrett. Like when they got him, I was happy about it. I got RJ Barrett's stuff on the wall over here. I got a couple of I got his jersey. Man, I got to replace RJ on the wall. I got to go with more of a classic Knick. That's usually why I get classic jerseys, man. Legendary jerseys like Charles Oakley here and Patrick Ewing, because these are legends for the Knicks. When you get new players, especially today, in today's game, when you get new player jerseys, you don't know if they're going to be gone in a year or two. It's hard, in a couple of years. It's hard to do that. I know with the Jets, I got Breece Hall and I got Sauce Gardner. Those guys aren't going anywhere. But most part, you want legendary jerseys, guys that have been on your team long time ago. It'd be like you getting a Dominic Hasek jersey. That's totally acceptable. But what if Tage Thompson was gone next season for whatever reason? And you have his jersey. It's like, man, what am I supposed to do with this? He wasn't a legend yet. So yeah. I'm gonna keep my Barrett jersey. Maybe he'll come back one day. But yeah, I was pretty excited when they got him. When he came out of Duke, I was like, all right, we got it. We got a guy that's going to be solid, man, from New York. Didn't happen. Too inconsistent, man. Just when you were ready to dislike him, he would turn it on for 3 or 4 games. Then when you really started to get into him, he disappeared for 5 games. Head scratching. I don't get it. Josh Hart, bring up. Come on. Oh, bad pass, Josh. Bad pass. Grimes is another one that's got to step it up more this year. Hart for 3. Missed it. I think Anunoby, I always trip up on his last name. Anunoby is playing hard today. And yes, I would definitely get rid of Barrett for Anunoby. And the draft picks, not quickly. Brunson, wide open 3, corner 3. We were just down 34-23. Now we're up 35-34. Let's go, Knicks. Come on, 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Gunnar, will Alexander Ovechkin pass Wayne Gretzky before he retires? He needs 72 more goals. He's had a slow start to the season, man. Does he even have 10 goals yet? He'll pass him, man. I don't know, man. This year, Father Time has caught up to him. How many goals does he have? I know the Rangers stomped them out the other night, 5-1. Let's see. He had a goal overturned the other night. Be interesting to see if he does. At least you know when records like that fall, at least you know it's not some scrub. You know? At least you know it's not some scrub doing it where like it's just like some weird thing and somebody that's not a great player just happens to beat a legendary record. I don't like seeing stuff like that. But Ovechkin's one of the game's greatest players. One of the game's greatest players, man. So he's one of the game's greatest shooters. I'm trying to see how many goals he has this year. My computer's moving extremely slow. Probably everybody's off today and hanging out. He only has 5 goals this year. 5 goals. Really? That's it? Oh, man, that's a huge drop-off, man. He's 7 goals. He's played in 34 games this year. He has 7 goals. 7. That's not much better than saying he had 5. 7 goals, 14 assists. His plus-minus is a -9. That's not good, man. He's 38 years old. Hey, man, it's not easy. It's not easy playing at these humongous levels, man, with the age these guys get. You get up there, and you're playing against 20-year-olds that can skate circles around you. Yeah, Jaromir Jagr is still playing. I think he's 51 years old. It's like his 36th year professionally. He's playing over in Russia still. 38-37 Knicks. Hold on, let me see what happened here. Hold on, guys. They got a Tua also from Toronto, who's a tall presence there. Good presence there as well. They need the big men. Mitchell Robinson is out for the year. I know they said they're going to review him, his injury in February, but he's done for the year, man. I love Mitchell Robinson. The guy, okay, he can't shoot. He's not like a modern-day center. All these guys can hit threes like Jokic and Embiid, Giannis. They all can hit threes, right? Mitchell is an old school 80s, 90s kind of center, man. He can bang on the boards. He gets a lot of rebounds. He's great for the alley-oop, great for the lobs. I miss him, man, but he can't shoot. And that's the problem. That's the problem with today's people, man, today's centers. You got to hit those shots. I can say I saw him hit 2 free throws in a row. That's very rare. I can at least say that I saw that. Brunson for 3. Missed it off the front of the rim. Boy, the Knicks are not doing well on the threes. Brunson back out to Grimes. Come on, Grimes. Grimes, I expect a lot more out of. He can play defense, man, but his offense has got to step up more. Which he showed signs last year. Hart with the floater. He missed it too. 7:50 left in the first half. Gunnar, how many more? I mean, on the pace he's on, Gunnar, to finish that up, I got tailed off on the Knicks. To finish that up, I mean, the pace he's on, I wouldn't. What if he only scores 20 goals this year? I mean, wow. Alexander Ovechkin, man. His career stats last season, he scored 42 goals last season. 42. 50 the year before that. So last year he was 37 years old. He scored 42 goals in 73 games. Year before that, he had 77 games, 50 goals. 24 the year before that, but he had 50. Dude, I'll put it this way. Since 2016, goal-wise, 33, 49, 51, 48, 24, 50, 42. So he's kind of been up and down. But 7 through 34 is not a good ratio. It's hard to say no, Gunner. It's hard to say no that he won't beat the record, but he's 38 now, he'll be 39 next year. He needs to have a hell of a second half of this season, man. He needs to finish with at least 30 goals to bring that number down to 42. And I don't think Ovechkin's the kind of player that wants to hang around and beat it. You know what I mean? Like 4 years from now, he's going to hang around to get 4 more goals kind of thing. I don't know. In other interesting news, hockey news since we're on it, Marc-Andre Fleury needs one more win to tie Patrick Roy for second on the all-time career wins list with 551. 551. The leader is Martin Brodeur, who has 691. No one's ever beating that. They don't even play goalies 72 games out of 82 anymore. Most teams have 2 or 3 goalie sets now. You're not going to see a goalie play in all those games anymore. Even Patrick Roy did that. You're not going to see that anymore. These goalies today get breaks. They might play back-to-back games or 2 or 3 starts in a row, and then they'll sit for a couple of games. Back then, these guys played every single game. The backup did not play that often unless someone was hurt or the guy just played 5, 8, 10 games in a row. You might see a backup. Or if a real crappy team was coming up and then you had a string of really good teams coming up, they might let the backup play for those, for those cellar dweller kind of teams, for those doormats, and then they pull the real goalie back in. Oh, no one's ever beating Martin Brodeur's record. No one. The guy was Fleury expected. There it is. Next game against the Flames, he should be able to tie it there. Should be able to tie it, man. That's great, man. Another great goalie. But 551 and Fleury is 39 years old. You're still 140 wins away. 140 wins away. In a second, I'm going to look up who's what other active goalie even has a shot at that. Nobody does, but I'm just saying even at the 500. Grimes, oh man. We're down by a point. Grimes driving it, and he got it. Did he get the 1-2 and 1? And 1. Good drive by Grimes, man. Drove the lane, went up, got the bucket, and fouled on the way. Conley fouled him, I believe. He bobbled the ball, too, and he still got it in. That's what I'm talking about. Ultimate Johnny, good to see you back. I read that. Manav, read that. Gunner, read that. Ultimate, when can we see the next cricket video? I'm going to get back to cricket. I'm going to do some footy videos. I'm going to do some other things. I've been on cricket for a minute now. So I'm going to I'll be getting them throughout, man. I'll still be doing them. I'll be mixing them in. I'm going to get some hockey, basketball. I got other sports to do too. Footy's coming back. Gosh, that's coming back in 2 months already. I think March 8th is the first real game. Brunson nails it. There we go. Let's keep it going, man. We're up 40-39. It's a great game. And the Minnesota's 24-7. So this is a real good matchup. The Knicks have not done well against teams with winning records. And this is the number 1 team in the West. Minnesota is the number one team in the West. Who would have figured that? Who would have figured them, Minnesota being number one in the West? Grimes again. Do it, Grimes. Come on. We need people picking up the pace. I want to get another Bills jersey. I'm deciding between Apenza and Oliver. I would go with Oliver, Gunnar, if you asked me. I would go with Oliver. I think he's really ready to really break out these coming years, man. I would go with Oliver. Just my opinion. How about get a nice Andre Reed jersey or a Thurman Thomas? Josh Hart for 3. Gunnar, how about a JP Lossman? I'm sorry, man. JP Lossman jerseys, those must be pretty popular. It's like, who was the guy? Penn State quarterback. I can't even think of him. He was so bad for the Jets. There's so many. He was so bad for the Jets. But like I said, there's so many. Browning Nagel. Glenn Foley. Oh, I might be going back a little bit. That's late 90s Glenn Foley. Brooks Bollinger. We drafted Brooks Bollinger and Kellen Clemens. The Bills have had their bad quarterbacks too, man. The Jets, they're right there with them, man. They're right there with them. Brooks Bollinger, Kellen Clemens. I don't want to say, Sam Darnold, I give him a pass. It was just a really bad team. And he's going to be a backup quarterback for the next 12 years, man. The guy knows his stuff. The teammates love him. He's always prepared. He's just not a quarterback one. He's going to be like a Colt McCoy. Going to be in the league forever. And Tyrod Taylor. He's going to be in the league forever as a backup. That's what he's going to do. Look at Jacoby Brissett, man. The guy's a great backup. Gardner Minshew. That's what Sam Darnold's going to be. He's going to be a career backup. Chad Pennington was the last great quarterback the Jets drafted, and Mark Sanchez. Believe it or not, Mark Sanchez and Chad Pennington are the only drafted quarterbacks with winning records the Jets ever got. The only ones. Mark Sanchez, I think, was 34-30. Pennington was a little bit better than that. If you want to get technical, they had a guy, Pat Ryan, who was mainly Ken O'Brien's backup, but he did start a few times because Ken O'Brien used to get pounded back there behind that line. So I think he was 11-8 as a starter for the Jets. So Pat Ryan was a good backup. Anyway, have a good week, dwellers. Have to go now, Johnny. Love you guys. All be safe and healthy. You too, Manav. Good seeing you in here as always. And as always, thank you for your support, Manav. Love it, man. I'll be on more often, Manav. I will be on here more often, brother. So we'll be seeing you again, man. Ian, hey, Johnny, what type of music do you like? I can recommend some Aussie stuff. Oh, my gosh, man. I did Basement Squad. I've done some reviews, Ian. I like everything, man. I'm huge genre, but if we're doing, like, what's his name? AC/DC is one, man. AC/DC out of Australia. I love AC/DC, man. Iron Maiden, Rush, Metallica, Cypress Hill, Public Enemy. Those are the rap groups I love. Prince. I'm a big Prince fan. I have a wide variety, man, of music that I like. I did some Farnsey reviews a while back, man. Farnsey was like a huge following. And Cold Chisel. Is it Cold Chisel, right? I did a few reviews on them. They were good. Midnight Oil out of Australia is actually a decent band. Midnight Oil is a decent band, man. They I've always liked their stuff too, man. I had a couple of their albums, Diesel and Dust, and what's the other one? Diesel and Dust, but they had a more recent one. Blue Sky Mine. That was the name of the other album. I had both of those when they came out, brand new. Midnight Oil, they were decent. I have a wide variety of music that I like, man. Old Metallica I like. I'm not big on new Metallica. Old Metallica I liked. Iron Maiden, I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, huge Rush fan. Those are my favorites. Rage Against the Machine when they were out. My rap groups always was Cypress Hill and Public Enemy. They were my favorite by far. So it sounds good, man. I'm listening to it. I like Frank Sinatra. I like a whole bunch of different things. R&B. I love a lot of old school R&B also. Prince was he was one of my favorite entertainers and musicians, man. Guy was a genius. Could play everything. Brunson, and bring it up. We're up 45-41. Brunson for 3 from the top of the key. Missed it. Come on. Brunson's a little off right now. He's a little off. What type of music deal? All right, Ian, I just answered that. Do a reaction video of T20 highlights, Virat Kohli. I did a Virat Kohli video already, but I could do one of those. He seems to be very popular right now, man. He's a very popular batsman. I find that the short time I've been doing cricket, people are more into the bowlers than they are the batsmen. Gunner, I've always stuck with the plays I was watching. With the players I was watching, all those legends retired either before I was born or when I was a baby. Yeah, that's true. I get it, man. I get it. The 2 players I have that I didn't see play because I was too young. Now I'm going back. Obviously, Jackie Robinson. I have him. And I have Willis Reed for the Knicks. It's a legendary Knick, Willis Reed, but I never saw him play. I was born just shortly after his career, middle of his career. Or probably toward the end of his career, I was born. Joe Namath, I have his. I never saw him play. I never saw Joe Namath play. I have his. Everybody else I've seen play. Lawrence Taylor, I have his. I saw Lawrence Taylor play. He's the greatest linebacker. Micah Parsons is outstanding, man. Great linebacker. He's not Lawrence Taylor, man. Lawrence Taylor redefined the position. He redefined the position. And I'm not fully old school with my opinions. I used to think Joe Montana was the greatest quarterback I had ever seen. For a pocket of time, he's still the greatest quarterback. But Tom Brady beat that. I'm saying that as a Jets fan. Another block by Hartenstein. Hartenstein is killing Rudy Gobert today. Rudy Gobert has driven the lane and gone up the dunk twice, and both times Hartenstein has blocked them. The second one wasn't so much of an egregious block on the dunk that the first one was. He kind of got him on the way up on the second one. The first one was just a straight-up block. Karl Anthony Towns passed in. Foul on Hartenstein. 47-41 Knicks. 4:45 left in the first half. What a start to the game. It's been a great game. It's at the Garden in New York City right now, which was jamming last night, New Year's Eve. The city was packed out like it is year in, year out. I wish I could have been there. It was a really fun time. I've been there before. I went to one New Year's Eve ball drop that I was actually there, but I was like 19. I think I was 19 or 20 years old when I did that. But I've been to the city plenty of times, growing up on Long Island. Get on the train, Long Island Railroad, boom, right into Penn Station. You go right up the stairs, see the Rangers, see the Knicks. And then when those games are done, you go out and hang out in the city. We did that when we were younger all the time. You didn't have to worry about a car. You didn't have to worry about drinking and driving. Did all that then. So I get it, Gunner. I get it. I guess you wouldn't have seen J.P. Lossman play. That's good, though. That's good that you wouldn't have seen him, Gunner. You would have been disgusted. You would have had more of a comment on that J.P. Lossman. Whoa, he was horrendous. Horrendous. Like I said, I can relate. The Jets have had plenty of those kind of guys. Come on, Vincenzo, kick it out. Randall's wide open. All right. Passed underneath to Anunoby. Brings down the house. 49-42. Come on, we got to win in these guys' debut. Texas, the singer from Iron Maiden, is releasing a new one. Oh, Bruce Dickinson? Is he? I didn't know that, man. I didn't know Dickinson's putting out another one, man. Is he really? Wow. I got to check that out, man. Thanks for the heads up. I had no idea on that. No idea. I know with like Russ, Geddy Lee, and Alex Lifeson are looking to not replace Neil Peart, because you can't replace Neil Peart, but I know they want to tour a little bit, and they're trying to find a drummer that can roll. I don't know if they're going to do multiple drummers on their tour, because you just don't step in and replace Neil. Obviously, guys can play can play it, but it's the timing. Playing with Rush is you just don't step in and play with Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. You just don't step in and do that. You got to be – these guys, their timing is precise. They're transition masters. Their music, they sound like they're a full-blown orchestra, and they're three guys. No, you don't just jump in there and play with them. I think it would take a lot of work, a lot of practice, a lot of timing. But anyway, I hope they do go on tour because I'll go see them. I don't know who they're going to pick for their drummer. Dave Grohl, Mike Portnoy, Dana Carey. I don't know. Maybe they'll do multiple ones. I have no idea. I'm trying to keep up on that one. Randall hits both free throws. The Knicks are up 51-44 with 3:40 left in the first half. We need this win. We've dropped a couple games in a row. And I know the last game we traded away Barrett and Quickly, so they weren't in the game. And Anunoby didn't play against the Pacers and we lost. So I kind of figured we might lose. And big shout out to the Detroit Pistons who broke the 28-game losing streak and did not become the first team in the NBA. Vincenzo for three. Missed it. Did not become the first team in the NBA to lose 29 straight games. Wow. 28 games in a row you lose. That is awful. I was worried. I was already looking up when the Knicks played them when they had lost 15 in a row. Thankfully, we won that one barely. Remember that? I did that game live. We won that game by like 118-112. I looked again when they were getting the 25-game, 26-game losing streak. I said, I hope they don't play the Knicks again because we'll be the first team to lose that one. That'll be us. Thankfully, it was the Raptors. The Raptors were the team to do it. The Knicks don't play Detroit until somewhere at the end of February or something like that. So I was very worried about that, man. Anyway. Ian, keep looking into Cold Chisel. I like them, man. They were good. Cold Chisel, I did a few songs by them on here. Requests by other Aussies, man, that helped me out tremendously with footy. Tremendously, man. I know a lot about footy now thanks to guys like, well, you'll see their names in here way back and Bond, Flex, Bagger Dave, Tony, Mick. I hate when I start naming names because I'll forget somebody and I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, man, he didn't say my name. So when I start, Anunoby with the dunk. Come on. Let's go, man. Knicks looking good. We're looking good. We're up by 8 points. 2:30 left in the half. I know NBA is a lot of second half. I know a lot of second half is NBA, man, but we're looking good right now. Hardenstein, I give him a lot of credit. He has stepped up. He already was playing hard, but he has really stepped up in Robinson's absence, man. Best Aussie hip-hop is Hilltop Hoods. I'm writing that down. If I don't write that down, I'll forget it. I got my new book for my new year of writing requests. I'm definitely looking that up. Virat Kohli, T20 highlights. Got that. Yes, I'm old school. I actually write things down. And see, I already forgot the name. Hilltop Hoods. I'm going to look them up, man. I still got Glenn Maxwell to do. Ab de Villiers. I did Bradman. So I got Glenn Maxwell, Ab de Villiers. Those are the cricket guys that I have a lot of requests from people to take a look at. Anunoby for three. Oh, I missed it. Wide open three. Missed it. Oh, we needed that. I guess we need every shot. Texas, I read that. Gunner currently have Milano, Diggs, and Knox. Very good. Do you think Stephon Diggs is going to remain on Buffalo? You think Stephon's going to remain on Buffalo, Gunner? I don't know the whole story there. You hear so many different things, and you can't believe the media on everything. You just can't. Remember, the media is ripping. The local media is ripping the Jets for not getting Flacco. But at the beginning of the year when they were trying to think when Rodgers got hurt, when thinking about signing him, media was saying, don't sign him. Don't sign him. He was 1-8 as a Jets starter. And now the same media is saying that, oh, the Jets, man, they should have signed Flacco. You can't listen to them. They change the story all the time. So, and again, Flacco behind this Jets offensive line, behind their line, he wouldn't be looking like he looks right now at Cleveland. It's very hard for anybody to play behind that line. So, I already talked about that. I'm not going to get back all into that again. Bruin, another OG cellar dweller accounted for. Bruin in the basement. Bruin, thanks for supporting the Twitch too, man. And everybody else that has. That's been a lot of fun. I just started it, so I need all the views that I can get. It's been fun, and I'm no super gamer. I am in baseball. I will pride myself on how good I am in baseball. MLB The Show, I am extremely good in that one. NBA, I'm decent. Call of Duty, decent. Madden football, decent. Mortal Kombat, decent. And when I mean decent, I mean like mid to below. Good rebound, Anunoby. Let's go. DiVincenzo bring it up. 35 seconds left in the first half. Randall. Boom. Drops it in. There you go, Randall. We're up by 11 points over the number one team in the West, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I know it's just the first half. I know it's the Knicks. I know. We got some fired up players out here, man. Vincenzo bringing it up. Kick it out. Kick it out. Too late. He had Brunson wide open to the left, man. He overran. He was running too fast. Couldn't slow down. Schnazzy, another cellar dweller accounted for. Schnazzy's in the basement. What's up, man? Oh, man, had a great New Year. Hope everybody else has as well. And Schnazzy, thanks for showing up in the Twitch, man. It was funny seeing you guys in there. It was great seeing you guys in there. Thank you for the support, man. I'll be on later on tonight. I'll be on again tonight for a while, and I'll be on most afternoons into the night I'll be on. And I'll still be live streaming Ranger games and Knicks games. And when the Yankees come back, the Juan Soto Yankees, we need pitching. We need pitching. We need pitching. And thank you, by the way. Thank you for Frankie Montas leaving the Yankees and going to the Reds. I was worried the Yankees were going to give him another shot. When he picked him up halfway through the 2022 season, at the trade deadline, right? Somewhere after the All-Star break, we got him. First game, he got shellacked. He got blasted. This was this big pitcher again from the A's, the ace from the Oakland A's. After Chris Bassett had left there, then Frankie Montas was the ace of the A's. We're getting him. Watch out. His first game, I think it was against the Reds, and he got shellacked. It was a merry-go-round on the bases, man. He might as well have been pitching underhand. Then his next start was the same thing, and then he got hurt. He was out for almost the rest of that season. Then he had to have shoulder surgery or arm surgery in February. He's out all the way through September to where he pitched a game or two that he looked good. He looked good in that couple of games, meaningless games that we pitched at the toward the end of September, right? I said, oh, watch the Yankees sign Montas back instead of signing a pitcher that can actually do something. That made me very worried. Just don't forget, just recently we had signed Josh Donaldson. Remember? Josh Donaldson, $25 million a year man at 37 or whatever he was. He was a waste of space on the team. Waste of space. The Yankees, I don't know where their heads have been the past few years. Remember, they let Jordan Montgomery go because they told him, they even admitted, they told him they didn't think he was a playoff pitcher. They didn't think that he had the chops to do it in the playoffs. He only won the World Series with the Rangers, right? Come on, man. Who's running the show here? And now they're trying to get Jordan Montgomery back, apparently. They told him we didn't think he was a playoff kind of pitcher. Who's scouting these guys? Who is scouting these guys? This man leaves and wins the World Series with the Rangers, the Texas Rangers. I know he went to the Cardinals first. We got Harrison Bader back, who wasn't horrible, but he wasn't, I understand why they got rid of him. He wasn't horrible for the Yankees. He just wasn't great either. But we hang on to guys like Domingo Germán and Luis Severino, who I liked Severino for a lot of years, but the guy got injured all the time. I don't have a problem with Severino when he was on point. He was pitching well. But then the last couple of years, it's like he would get hurt in September. Don't worry, we got Sevi coming back in July. So we didn't sign anybody in the offseason. We got Sevi coming back in July. And then the next year he comes back in July, gets hurt again somewhere in the 10-18 month. The OGs know what I'm talking about. Gets hurt during that 10-18 month. And don't worry, man, we didn't sign any real pitchers because we got Sevi coming back in June. He's going to be back in June. Oh, we signed Carlos Rodon, but he won't be starting for the first half of the season because he had major surgery on his pitching arm. But don't worry, when he comes back after the All-Star break, he's going to be lights out. That guy gave up balls that haven't even landed yet, man. Remember every time Rodon went out? You didn't wonder for long, man, I hope he pitches well today. He didn't even get an out, and it's already 4-0. This guy was giving up home runs, left. I mean, the type of home run, you know those home runs. The minute they're hit, the outfielder, the only movement they make is this. That's the only movement the outfielder makes, is that. Just Rodon gave up a lot of those. These are the type of guys we're sold on by the Yankees recently. We're at halftime right now. That's why I'm going off on other tangents. So this nonsense with these players at these Yankees, we have Garrett Cole and nobody else. We hope Rodon does well. Maybe he just came back from surgery, didn't have it. Maybe he didn't have it. Don't worry, guys. He's coming back again. I mean, come on. Yamamoto, honestly, I wanted him. I will not sit here and tell you I didn't want him. But how do we know how he's really going to pitch over here? Remember Dice K came over. He was great for the Red Sox his first year or so, and then he failed out. Hideki Arabu for the Yankees years ago was great when he first got here and then failed out. So that was a crapshoot. He might turn out to be great. He might turn out to be really good, but we don't know. I don't know, man, with this Yankee team. They're going after big hitters. I love the Juan Soto pickup. Alex Verdugo, we'll see how he does. I'm not a Red Sox fan. I'm not an Alex Cora fan because of the whole Houston cheating thing. But for Verdugo to be, like, praising Aaron Boone and, like, kind of indirectly taking a shot at Cora, it's like, well, Cora benched you because you showed up late to a game and, like, you were half-assing it in the field apparently on another game. I don't know. I mean, you should be benched for that. I don't know. We'll see how he turns out. But you didn't give up much to get him. We got Jeter Downs. I do not know why the Yankees signed Jeter Downs. But just funny, just a footnote. The players, two-thirds of the players that the Red Sox got back for that horrendous Mookie Betts trade are on the Yankees. How ironic is that? Verdugo and Jeter Downs were part of what they got back from the Dodgers for Mookie Betts. How do you trade Mookie Betts? I have family and friends that are Boston fans that don't even try to defend that move. Like, they are so angry about that move. They got nothing back. Jeter Downs is horrendous. I don't know. Did the Yankees just taking a shot at the Red Sox so we can say, hey, we got 2/3 of the guys in the Mookie Betts trade? I don't understand signing him. He went to the Red Sox. He was horrible. He went to the Nationals. Terrible. The Yankees are picking him up. We need pitching. All right, where are we at? Man, I went off on a real tangent there. Gunner, pretty much all of our quarterbacks after Kelly were horrible. Tyrod and Flutie were the only watchable ones till Allen came along. Yeah, even Drew Bledsoe didn't take you guys to the playoffs. That was kind of surprising. Drew Bledsoe didn't even take you guys to the playoffs. A little surprising. E.J. Manuel, I thought, was going to be better than he was. Tyrod Taylor was good. He was the first one to bring you back to the playoffs in 2017 for the Bills, right? Josh was the first one to win a game for the Bills. And to bring you back, Tyrod Taylor, was 2017. You hadn't been to the playoffs since 1999. So you know, as a Jet fan, what I'm going through. We're 13 straight years without the playoffs. And the Jets, one thing that annoys me about the Jets organization is they act like these injuries they have to the offensive line, then the backups come in and they get injured and Aaron Rodgers going. They act like this is all unique to the Jets. Woody Johnson guaranteed Robert Sala's coming back and Joe Douglas the GM because they kind of like it's kind of like, well, Rodgers got hurt. You didn't get a chance to really. Well, isn't it the GM's fault for not having the proper players in there to begin with? Isn't it Robert Sala's fault for letting that offense be an absolute train wreck. Thank you, Robert Saleh. I'm being serious right now for the great defense that he built. He built a tremendous defense, which was still number 7 overall. Do I think they quit a little bit at the end of the season? Yeah, I think that some of their defense did quit. They're on the field the whole freaking game. In the first quarter against the Buffalo Bills, they were down 9-0 after 3 tremendous stops inside the red zone. And they were on the field for like 11 minutes in that first quarter, give or take a couple. Like seriously, they were on the field in the first quarter for almost the whole quarter. How long can you last doing that? Hey, look at our offense. Our offense goes out there. 1st and 10, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 20 punt, or 3rd and 20 pick 6, or 3rd and 20 interception, or 3rd and 20 we get the first down, but somebody was holding, or there was a false start. You got to bring it back. I mean, this is what the whole season was on offense. Nathaniel Hackett, do you know what his offensive play calling, his scheme was? Pass to Garrett Wilson or give the ball to Breece Hall and hope everybody misses. They have to make everybody miss. That's our play. Hand off to Breece Hall. 1st and 10 is a handoff to Breece Hall up the middle almost every single time we had the first down. 3rd and 10, we're going to do a 1-yard pass behind the line of scrimmage and hope Garrett Wilson can make everybody miss. These are mind-blowing plays. 3rd and 14, we're throwing a 1-yard screen pass and hope that, he makes the next 9 guys miss him. And this happened more than once. How do these guys have their jobs? They act like this is so unique. Robert Saleh should be gone in my book. He should be gone. He allowed this mess. And then you listen to the media and the fans and you bench Zach Wilson and put Tim Boyle in. This guy sucked. He was horrible. Trevor Siemian, I mean, he is what he is. That's what, looking at him, that's what he's been his career, but he doesn't have anybody blocking for him. People are like, oh, man, you should find another team. I can't do that. I'm loyal to my teams. How do you just turn around and just pick another team? I would never do that. I've been a Jet fan for over 40-something years. I've been a Knicks fan for over 40-something years. Rangers, Yankees. I've been a Yankee fan since they got Dave Winfield way back in the early 80s, just after their back-to-back World Series wins. They got Dave Winfield in like 1981. You want to know something funny? Dave Winfield signed for then, 81, a 10-year contract, which was like a blockbuster deal for $25 million. $25 million way back in 1980, 81. That's what he signed. 10 years, $25 million. Can you imagine that? Josh Donaldson made $25 million in one season last year. Josh Donaldson, who is nowhere near in the same breath as a Dave Winfield. I think it mostly has to do with the change at offensive coordinator. Brady keeps the job. I think we'll see more Diggs next. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, there's a little animosity going on there, and I don't know the whole story, Gunner, so I can't comment too much on that. Bruno, we're going to stream some MLB The Show next? I can if you guys want to see it. I'm with the Yankees. I didn't do them in my career. I actually played the whole 162-game season, Bruin. I finished the season 102-60. 102-60. I'm in game 3 of the ALCS right now against the Cleveland Guardians. They beat the snot out of me in game 1, 12-1. I made them pay for that in game 2. I beat them 11-4, and I just beat them in game 3, 3-0. I could do some of those, man. I'm actually 2 games away from the World Series. I could do that. You want to see MLB The Show? I could do that. I didn't think a lot of people would want to watch that, but I could certainly do that, man. Yeah, I just beat it, and I'm on the competitive level, man. So I'm not on some easy level. Not on some easy level, man. I had 48 home runs with Anthony Rizzo. 48. I had 44 with Stanton. I think 44 with Judge. Gleyber Torres like 30-something. Yeah, I did all right. The only people on my team that can't hit is like my catchers, like Higashioka and Trevino. Trevino is a 99 on defense, Bruin. He's a 99 rating on defense. So Trevino is great for that, man, but he can't hit. Angry Buffalo, another cellar dweller accounted for, man. What's going on, man? How funny would it be if the Dolphins fumble the division away next week? Oh, man, would that be great? That would be great, brother. The Jets carousel is insane. It is, dude. And to think Garrett Wilson got 1,000 yards, Angry. 1,000-yard receiving again. Last year, he had 4 different quarterbacks, got 1,000 yards. This year, 4 different quarterbacks, 1,000 yards, Garrett Wilson. He plays with Rodgers for a whole season next year. Watch out. What is he going to do with a real quarterback? Watch out. Watch out. And I bet you Zach Wilson leaves and becomes a really good quarterback somewhere else. The kid showed signs this year of doing really well, man. And we all see when he was not there that it really is the offensive line. He unfairly got blamed for everything this year. Everything. Last year was a little more acceptable because he was immature as hell. This year he was a lot more mature, and he got blamed for everything. Schnazi, what a second quarter by the Knicks, like a different team compared to the first. Yeah. Anunoby is really going off in this game too, man. I just don't like losing quickly, Schnazi. I just don't like that. I was telling these guys earlier, Schnazi, I don't think you were in here for it, but I am an RJ Barrett fan. I was sorry he was so inconsistent. I really hated to see him go. I would trade him for Anunoby straight up any day of the week. With the draft picks, I just don't like giving up quickly, man. Now, Miles McBride is out in this game. He's pushing a lot of shots. He's really trying to make something happen. I think he's going to have to just settle in, man. Schnazi, I wanted Yamamoto too. I don't want to downplay it. I wanted him too, but we'll see what happens now. But everybody's on the Dodgers. We're just about to start the third quarter, 61-49 Knicks. Oh, that's a solid lead, 12-point lead. Gunner, back-to-back seasons, Miami chokes a division lead. Miami, man, the Ravens are the team to watch out for. Baltimore smashed out the 49ers on Monday night and then smashed out the Dolphins, who I don't think are that strong of a team. I think the Dolphins were just meant for karma for Sean Payton for talking all that smack, even though it was accurate against Nathaniel Hackett, and then gave up 70 points. Remember me saying the Yankees would sign Verdugo? I do, Schnazi. I do remember that, man. I do. And they got him. Hey, he might turn out to be great. He's going to get booed hardcore when he goes back to Boston. Hardcore. He took some shots at them on the way out the door. Gunner, Tyrod isn't a great quarterback and his stats won't blow you away, but he is a reliable backup. Yeah, ask the Giants. I like Tyrod Taylor. I wish he was the backup on the Jets. I think the Jets are going after Jacoby Brissett in the offseason. He almost brought them back in that Washington game. My gosh. I think Jacoby Brissett is going to be the one on the Jets next year, but I'd like to see Taylor if the Giants don't keep him. Tyrod Taylor comes in. He's a veteran. He's a solid quarterback. He's smart. He has respect in the huddle. I take him. Like I said, Sam Darnold's going to be the same way. 99 defense. Trevino, nobody steals on him, man. He throws everybody out. I'll play Higgy from time to time because he is a little bit of a better batter. But in these important games, Trevino plays every game. I do not play Higgy in these games, man. I'm sorry to see Higgy go, too. He's been a long-time Yankee. Hey, Stanley, welcome in, man. Welcome into the basement, Stanley. Thank you very much, sir. Happy New Year back to you. And, yep, thank you very much, man. We're keeping it strong in here. Appreciate the support. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notice, and the like button. Guys, hit that like button. The third quarter is about to start. I will be back in 2 minutes. You guys know the deal. Give me 2 minutes, man. We got on that third quarter. 2 minutes. Man, I walked back in. Anunoby just brought it down. Boom. 65-51 Knicks, 10 minutes left in the third quarter. That's what's up. Stanley, yeah, thanks again for popping in, man. Appreciate it. Getting ready for the footy, man. Getting ready for the footy. Now I see what it means that footy has 2 seasons. Footy season and waiting for footy season. I completely get what that means now, and I'm pumped up and excited for that season to come back. DiVincenzo, he should have been fouled on that. How is that not a foul? Blocking foul. Brunson was planted. He was planted. How is that a blocking foul? No. Bruin, 99 defense. It is insane. Jose Trevino will be back this year. Remember, he was another guy that got hurt. We lost a lot of players, man. And Stanton, too. Stanton being – now, listen. He said he lost a lot of weight. He's going to try – it sounds funny because people like he wasn't even fat. No, but he had a lot of muscle weight. And they say those guys that are really jacked – I think they said Stanton had 1% body fat. 1%. So he had to bring his muscle weight down. Apparently his tendons are so tight from his being muscular, man, that it really affected him. And that's why he got hurt all the time. If Stan could come back and be a force, even half of a force he used to be in the middle of that lineup with Soto and Judge, and, man, that could really be good. I'm not really so worried about their batting order. I'm worried about our pitching. I grew up, in the 80s, where we had Don Mattingly and Dave Winfield and Gary Ward and Don Baylor and Ricky Henderson and Jay Buhner, for a short time, Jack Clark. And we had guys that could bang the ball. They could hit that ball, man. We had no pitching. We had Andy Hawkins who threw a no-hitter and we lost 4-0. Imagine that. I mean, we had no pitching. Scott Sanderson and Bill Gullickson. Some of these guys are just straight bums, man. Sanderson was okay. Rick Rhoden was like our best pitcher. I'm going back in time if anybody remembers these names. Gunner, it's crazy to think that Tyrod has been in the league since 2011. I know. Was part of Flacco's backup when they won the Super Bowl. Yeah. Yep. Isn't that crazy? 1%, Bruin, yeah. 1% at his peak, yeah. Yeah, the guy doesn't eat any bad food. None. Stanton, but believe it or not, the media and the fans that have met him, they say he's a real friendly guy. He apparently he owns up to his mistakes. He doesn't dodge them. He doesn't dodge reporters or questions. And he understands why he gets booed. He says it. If I was a fan of a team and a guy comes in making the money I make and is striking out in pressure situations, he said, yeah, I'd be booing too. I mean, like the guy, he's like the opposite of A-Rod, like making all these excuses and things like that, man. This guy is not like that. So, Knicks up by 14. Timberwolves bringing it down. I think the Knicks. Oh, and a foul. Conley just dunked it on them, man. Come on, Knicks. Gunner, I wish I could have had that kind of self-control. I recently stopped drinking pop, but I cannot eat the food that I want. Hey, dude, I am. I stopped eating all bad foods. I have to. I told you guys, my health is not good, guys. My health is not good. It's not good. And that's from years of drinking, eating the wrong foods. I told you I was an alcoholic. So, I mean, I pounded. I cannot eat anything bad. I can't have any types of horrible food. I don't want it, but I can't. I have to eat all the right foods, man, all the good foods. I drink a lot of water. I drink sparkling water now. That took an adjustment because I love soda. I love drinking soda with my food. I can't drink soda anymore. Not Diet Cokes either. I thought I could get away with that. I can't. I drink like they're like Waterloo. It's called Waterloo, like sparkling. Listen, it's an acquired taste because everybody that's like, oh, I'll try that. I'm like, you're not going to like it. I like something carbonated when I eat. Mainly, I'm just drinking water, but I like carbonation when I eat. The product is called Waterloo. I like it, but you got to have like 10 or 11 in a row to get an acquired taste. Because if you first sip it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. And trust me, I get it. But I can't have anything, Gunner. It's not easy, especially if you don't have a health issue pushing you to eat the right way. I can't believe the stuff I eat now that people eat that voluntarily. Like Rock makes it great. I have a great wife who can cook. So I have no problem eating a whole ton of fish and things like that. It can get monotonous, but she makes it so great. The food is amazing. It's been an easy transition. But of course I miss the real sausage and the cheesy, baked ziti and things like that. Man, I want that stuff. So I wanted to look up one thing on that pitching for a minute. There was a pitcher I was just thinking of. Hold on. I'm going to lose my thought. And I just had it. Hold on. Forget it. I don't. I saw something on Blake Snell and the Yankees. I guess I misread something. Anyway, Raiders 75-28. How are the Knicks and Anunoby looking so far? The Knicks are looking great, man. They're looking really good. Anunoby's got 5 field goals. I think he has a 3-point. He has 11 points, and he's got 4 boards. He's playing really well. My opinion, Raiders, is I don't like the Quickly move. I just don't like losing Emmanuel Quickly. I just don't. I think if they wanted to get rid of Quickly, they could have gotten they could have put him in a different kind of package. I think they could have traded RJ Barrett and packaged a couple other guys to make that look better, man. But the Knicks are up 73-58 right now. And subscribe, bell notice, and like button, Raiders, please. I'll be on here a lot doing Knicks and Rangers. I wish I could have that kind of you do have that kind of self-control, Gunner, if you really want to, but you're young, man. When I was your age, I didn't even think about doing anything like that. I went to work and thought about what time I was going to get to happy hour or what time I was going to go out and party that night. And I'm not saying that's the right way to go. It's not. It's not, because I took to that drinking a little too much, man. A little too much. I blame the New York Jets for all of that. Angry. Trey White years ago in a video said when he retires, he's going to eat cookies again. Right. Imagine being so strict that you can't even have one cookie during your career. Hey, man, that is dedication, man. You know what? The people like Tom Brady or LeBron James, why do you think they play at the levels they play at the ages they're at? They eat the right things. They train the right way. I mean, you think they want to do that every day? No. Brady was on there talking when he was on the Manning cast, I think it was last year. He talked about how of course he wants pizza. Of course he wants to eat that stuff. But you know what? It's going to hurt his career, hurt his health, hurt his future. I mean, these guys want to eat it. He admitted it. Like when people told me, oh, man, you're eating the right way now. You got your health stuff going on. You're not even going to miss that bad food. Yes, I do. I miss it all the time. But like I said, my wife makes amazing, amazing dinners for me, from great salmon to salads to all types of things that I absolutely love. And I'm getting into some plant-based food, which I never thought I would. Impossible, the word impossible, that's becoming in my vocabulary now. I ate a plant-based Italian sausage. Was it like porky sausage? No. Was it good? Yeah, it was good. It was good, but if I didn't have health issues, I wouldn't be eating it. That's what I mean. But I do eat it. The plant-based sausage really isn't bad. I'm getting used to it because I've become accustomed to, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what I got to do. But Angry, going back to what you said, imagine being a young guy like that and not even allowing yourself one cookie during your career. But that's the way they are, man. Because you know what? Think about it. Who eats one cookie anyway? It's like opening that Pringles thing, right? You're going to have just one? Of course not. That's probably why they don't allow themselves one cookie, because they know they're going to eat the whole thing at Chips Ahoy or whatever it might be. Bruin, I like sparkling water. You do? Yeah, I like it, man. I'm used to it now. It's different, man. Because it's funny. In the beginning, it's like all the flavors they gave. I'm like, they all kind of taste the same. But there are good ones. DiVincenzo, that was a big foul. Come on. Was it a shooting foul, though? If it is, Vincenzo's going to hit all three. If that was a shooting foul. I don't think he was in the middle of a shot, though. I don't know. Good steal by Anunoby. Anunoby is playing out of his mind. It's his first game as a Knick. It's in Madison Square Garden. You want to get on the fans' good side? This is what you do. Now, angry, I didn't drink water until I was 22 after having kidney stones. I have never. You got a Dr. Pepper problem. I love Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper and root beer, man. I love them both. And I don't know why when some restaurants Rock and I go to, if they don't have Dr. Pepper, they'll say, no, we don't have that, but we have root beer. They don't even taste the same. It's not like saying, hey, we don't have Coke, we have Pepsi. It's like we don't have Dr. Pepper, but we have root beer. How is that a replacement for Dr. Pepper? They don't even taste the same. I always found that weird, but we've come across that quite often. Shannon Sharp, I think was way back, was telling Skip about like all these books on diets. He's like, here's a book on a diet. It's real simple. Everything you love to eat, you can no longer have, and everything that you never thought you would imagine that you would have to eat as your meals is now your new meal. There's your book. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But again, I'm lucky. I get great meals fed to me. And I am enjoying them, man. In the beginning, I fought it. In the beginning. But it is what it is, and I'm really enjoying what I'm eating, and I'm starting to like the plant-based stuff because I have to. I have to like it, and I actually do like it. Gunner, my body is getting used to the lack of caffeine. I'm now drinking mostly water and milk. I'm starting to drink I drink Celsius. I do like Celsius, man. That's like, I don't drink coffee anymore. Once in a rare while, I have coffee. Now, I used to drink 2 to 3 cups a morning, which really isn't like anything compared to real coffee drinkers. But I do the Celsius, man. I like that too. At least it has some taste to it. Red Bull and Monsters were like no taste. They were awful. Monsters really bad. 5:30 left in the third. 77-61 Knicks. Brunson bringing it up. Come on, Knicks. Keep this nice lead. New year with a Knicks win. Vincenzo for 3. Bang from the Vincenzo. 80-61 Knicks. Will the Knicks give us? Am I coming in blurry right now? Because of my laptop here, I'm looking blurry. Anyway, we're in the basement. That's why that happens. You got the internet service down here is good, and then I lose it at times. Wow, do I look that bad on here right now? Am I coming in blurry to you guys? I'm looking blurry on my laptop on the channel. I hope I'm not coming in that blurry. Wow. Now it's water only. Yeah. I drink a ton of that, but I do have the Spark. They're called Waterloo. If you're ever in your local Walmart, that's where they sell them the most. Waterloo is the name. Lemon lime, pineapple, and cherry limeade are the best ones. They're the best ones. Strawberry, watermelon, and I think they have a fruit punch one. They taste the same. They all taste exactly the same. Pineapple, lemon lime, and cherry limeade those are the 3 that I like the best. Summer berry, that's the other one. There's one called summer berry, which I think only comes out in the summer, but that's another good one. But I only have it when I eat. I can't drink water when I'm eating a meal. I need to have some carbonation. Otherwise, I don't really drink them. Good for you, Angry. Good for you, man. Water only. Bruin, I wish I had that kind of commitment. I love root beer and Dr. I do too. Listen, it's health, my heart and my liver. Whew. Neither one of them is good, man. Neither one, and it's my own fault. It is my own fault. I have no problem admitting that. It's my own fault. But both of them, bad. That's why I haven't been on here a lot. There's days I'm really tired. I have a lot of chronic fatigue, man. So some days I just get tired. The late games, forget it. You'll never see me on for a late game. Very rare. I can't stay up. I feel like I'm 90 some days. Anyway, Randall, listen, we're up 83-62. Can the Knicks just give us a nice, just kick back New Year's Day? Don't make us sweat out this win. You have a freaking 19-point lead. No, excuse me, a 21-point lead with 4:20 left in the third. When there's 4:20 left in the fourth, I don't want it to be a 1-point lead. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Knicks will do. And what do I have? Another one at the ready. I used to drink 2 to 3 cans of Pepsi every day. Never got into Pepsi. I always like the flavored ones like root beer, Dr. Pepper, orange. I used to love orange soda. I used to like Mellow Yellows for those guys that are a little bit older. Mellow Yellow. I used to love Mellow Yellow. That was a great soda. Angry Buffalo. I used to love root beer, but when time, it was the last thing I had before I had the flu and can't drink it anymore. I always liked it too, man. Brunson, double teamed. Come on, someone's good. Jalen. That was a bad pass. You don't see him do stuff like that often, man. Brunson was double teamed, and he just made a really bad pass. And I'm telling you don't see Brunson doing that often, man. He saw Vincenzo underneath, and he just kind of tried to slip it under everybody, and just really poorly played. A bit, but we hear you. Okay. Yeah, it's blurry, Bruin. I thought so because I'm looking at myself here. A lot of people on the internet today, and you guys know in my basement, man, my internet is good, but then it can be a little spotty. Hey, look who's here to say hello. He just woke up. Rocco! Say what's up to everybody. Rocco's chilling. He's chilling, and yes, his breath is still cranking out. Good block by Randall. Good block. Rocco is in the house, sporting the Knicks jersey, up with the team. Again, he's 13 now, guys. He's 13, and his arthritis is not good. But he's healthy otherwise. The vet said he's healthy otherwise. He's going really strong. Rocco just wanted to say what's up. And now that he's awake, OGs and regulars that have been with me for a while already know. You all will know Rocco is awake. So let's see what happens. Anyway, let's see. Have you ever had champagne cola? It's like weird. No, I have never had that. I've never had that, Angry. I'll go off your emoji and I'll believe you. I'll go off your emoji and believe you. No. That does. I was never a champagne guy to begin with, so I can only imagine what champagne cola would taste like. I'll take your word for it, brother. Schnazzy, your dog is so cute. Yeah, Rocco is a ball, man. He is cool, man, but he can get really loud. He can get really loud because he is spoiled. That's my fault. But now he's in a little bit of pain from his arthritis, man. But for the most part, he barks a lot anyway because I have spoiled him, and that is my fault. We're at commercial right now. The Knicks are still up by 18. Whew. Come on, Knicks. We need to hold on here, man. Come on. Yeah, I am still blurry. That sucks. One second, man. No, Bruin, just no. Champagne cola is not half bad. Wow. I can't even comment because I don't know anything about either one. I do not know anything about champagne cola. Oh my gosh. It doesn't even sound good. Let me look that up. It's while we have a commercial break here. Oof. And it's spelled with a K. Original Cola Champagne. India Cola Champagne. Cola. Oh, there's a couple of Inca Cola Golden carbonated beverage soda. Let's see. Nick's just coming back on the court right now. Couple reviews here on champagne cola. I've never tried champagne cola before, but I'll tell you what, after the few people that told me they love it, I've tried it and I'll never try it again. Those people must not like me. That was one comment. Oh, boy. Corner 3, Randall. Knicks up by 20 with 3:20 left. I'm still blurry. Wow, I'm coming back a little bit. The connection is poor. Connection's poor. I wonder if it's just from a lot of people being on the internet. I mean, we've had these problems before, man, but not for this long. Usually it kicks right back. Never heard of champagne cola. Well, Gunnar, I got to be honest with you. I never really have heard of it either. So it's not an age thing. Oh, they made a black licorice Coca-Cola? Did they really? I don't remember that one, man. Licorice Coca-Cola? Ooh. Bruin, I used to drink Inca a lot during my childhood. I guess so. I don't remember. It was something weird. I haven't seen much of Karl Anthony Towns in the game. I don't know if something happened to him. I don't see much of Rudy Gobert. I know that or they've been out a long time, or the Timberwolves have packed it in, which they shouldn't. I mean, it's the NBA. These 20-point leads aren't like they used to be. These 20-point leads, man, they go away fast. In the old days, you had a 20-point lead, the game was over. It didn't matter if it was a 20-point lead in the second, third quarter. For the most part, I mean, yes, there were comebacks. But overall, usually the games were over. Now, teams get 20-point leads all the time. It's like nothing. You still look at Randall, man. This is when I said I like Randall and I don't. This is the part I don't like. He just got a nice pass to him, and he couldn't handle the ball, and it got taken from him. And we gave up a 3. Yep, we gave up a 3-pointer, 85-71. That's the part of Randall I don't like. He's awful with the ball. Miles McBride in. This is going to be our new Quickly, I guess. Grimes with a nice move over to Hartenstein, back to McBride. McBride, mid-range jumper. He missed that too. Come on, man. I'm going to give McBride a little bit of a pass today because I think he's really pushing it, knowing the shoes he has to fill and Emmanuel Quickly not being here. I think he's really pushing it, guys. I do, because he's missing a lot, and I think he didn't rush that shot. He just missed a flat-out mid-range jumper. Man, I hate that I'm coming in like this. I don't like that. I appreciate you guys hanging in there. People that don't know me, I'll probably turn it on and bounce. Yeah, I'm really blurry. I don't like that, man. Oh, well, it is what it is. No, the champagne. Okay. No, the Champagne Coast. Oh, okay. Just say geez, man, I'm in my 50s. I would never heard of licorice cola. Oof. If it tasted like that, that's just awful. Awful. Hartenstein has 6 points, 9 boards, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. He's having a solid game. Solid game for a center. He's been really picking up the slack, and I'll tell you, I think the Knicks was his 4th team in 4 or 5 years. He was drafted in 2018. So when the Knicks got him, look at this. Timberwolves are starting to go on a little bit of a run, 88-73 now. We're up by 15. Sounds like a lot, but what did I say? Once we get to the 4th quarter. So anyway, Hartenstein was picked up by the Knicks. I think he was drafted in 2018. Big 3 by Grimes. And when the Knicks got him last year, it was like team in 4 or whatever, 5 years. And I said, well, what's wrong with this guy, man, that we're getting a guy that no team wants, and he's so young? Well, whatever it was, he has been playing incredible for the Knicks. He's been amazing as a secondary guy to Mitchell Robinson, and now that he's been the leader, take it over for Robinson while he's out, man, I got no complaints. He plays 110 anyway, so he thought being 4 years on 4 different teams that your career could end very early if teams aren't going to take you. The Knicks have 20 second chance points. Minnesota only has 7. So the Knicks are playing great on the offensive boards without Robinson. Anunoby looks like he's going to be really good for the Knicks, which I imagined he would. Again, I don't have a problem with I don't have a problem with Anunoby. So I have a problem losing quickly, man. But the Knicks needed it. I mean, the Knicks were what they were. They needed to break some things up. So I just think you could have gotten a better package, a better player. Hartenstein with the big foul on him. Big foul. He went up for the dunk. Got a big foul on him. Let me see what happened. Oh, yeah. He went up for the dunk, and the guy hit him right in the arm. At least the stream is still going. That's a good point, Bruin. Usually the BTDs, boom, the whole thing shuts down. So I guess we'll have to accept blurry. So like I said, if people come here and they're brand new, go right on past this live stream. I would if I saw that. Look at that blurriness. But whatever. I appreciate you guys being here. It's a happy new year, and we're all just hanging out anyway. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. That's what the basement is. It's a hangout. Come in, we talk about the game, we talk about other sports, whatever. We talk about health. We've been talking about a lot of health. That's what it is here, man. It's just a relaxed basement atmosphere. That's it. I can't sit here like I've seen other channels, man, and and I'm not talking about the people who you can't even read the chats. Just, some guys just stick to the channel and they rip you if you're not a Knicks fan or you're not a Yankee fan or whatever the team they might be doing. And they kick people out that aren't fans of theirs. And they just, man, why would you do that? I don't care if people fans of whoever, man. We're in here to BS and have a good time. That's it. Relaxed afternoon, New Year's Day. Did you get the shot off? It doesn't matter. He missed it anyway. 94-78 Knicks. End of the third quarter. One more quarter to go. Come on, Knicks. Come on. Just keep killing them. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Gunner's seeing it. It's unlikely my Sabres will win the cup. Seeing it's unlikely my Sabres will win the cup, I will root for whoever eliminates Toronto in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah, Toronto is like your rival. They're like right there. How many times have the Bills, before they finally settle down and get in a new stadium, before that, how many times are they going to be the Toronto Bills, right? How many times did we hear they're going to move to Toronto? They're going to move to Toronto. Thankfully, they didn't move to Toronto. So the Blue Jays and the Maple Leafs. And Austin Matthews is killing it this year. But we saw last year. Remember, I didn't even think they would get past the Lightning in the first round. In fact, I think Troubatrain, Michael, he and I were the ones that said they were going to win in 5, the Lightning. They lost, but then the Panthers went on that weird run. Remember the Miami Heat, Florida Panthers, both Miami-based teams? Weirdly, both of them barely made the playoffs, and they both went on a run to the finals, and they both lost in the finals. It's just weird how that happened. The Panthers have a good team. They actually have a good team this year, too. And the Heat, to me, the Heat are like the Knicks. They're a middle-of-the-pack team. They're a middle-of-the-pack team. Without Jimmy Butler, you can forget the Heat. Without Jimmy Butler, you can forget about them. But the Knicks, I think the Knicks are like the best of the middle of the pack because the Bucks, they beat the Bucks finally. 4 games, they finally beat the Bucks. But they really can't hang with the elite teams in the league, the Knicks. But they're not where they used to be either. There's a reason Bon Jovi isn't liked in Buffalo. He wanted to move them to Canada. Some bars still refuse to play his music. Really? Some bars refuse to play his music still? Wow. That's deep. That's deep. That's crazy. Look at all, they always show the stars that are at these games. Jon Stewart, Chris Rock. You know what's funny? When the Nets got Kevin, there's Michael Strahan. Wow. Tracy Morgan, they're always at the games. Isn't it funny how when the Nets got Kevin Durant and Kyrie and James Harden, all these, I've always been a Nets fan, came out. All these stars were going to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, acting as if I always go to Nets games. Well, now that those guys are gone and the Nets are not good, there's no stars at the games. When the Knicks are horrendous and at the bottom, when they were horrible forever, the stars were still going to the games. The Nets, the Jets, the Mets, the Islanders will never, never be the Giants, Yankees, Rangers, or Knicks. Those are New York teams. The other ones are the secondary teams. They're like the younger brother team in New York. They will never draw the fans that the praise or the down that the other teams do. When you go to any of those teams I mentioned, the Rangers, Yankees, Giants, or Knicks, you are expected to bring a championship if you're a superstar. That's why I always believe Durant and Kyrie and these guys didn't go to the Knicks, because they would have been expected to bring that championship. You go to the Nets, you win, you don't win. Yeah, people talk smack, but it's not as big a deal. You've gone to the Knicks and wasn't able to carry that team to a championship. Yeah, you're gonna get trashed more than you normally would. Same thing with the Jets. You got a little bit more of a leeway than you do with the Giants. Don't forget, man. Do any of you guys remember what quarterback? The Giants, I think, were 5-4 at the time. What starting quarterback was pulled to let Eli Manning start the rest of the season and is basically his career? What starting quarterback was pulled for Eli Manning? And they were 5-4, 5-3. Give me a break. It might be a game. I'm within a game or two. Let's just say 5-4 for now. You guys know? What starting quarterback was pulled so Eli Manning could start his career? For the Giants, obviously. Some people forget this guy was even on the Giants. There's a trivia question for today. Let's see what you guys got. Bruin already. I thought that might have either been hard or really easy. You got it. Kurt Warner. For those that forgot, Kurt Warner, on his way from the Rams to the Cardinals, made a pit stop with the New York Giants. They were 5-4, I believe, around there, when Tom Coughlin said it's time to get Eli Manning's career going. And Kurt Warner went to the Cardinals. True story. Sorry, guys, 1 minute. Yeah, Kurt Warner. A lot of people forget that. It's like Mike Piazza. No one remembers him on the Marlins, or Wayne Gretzky on the St. Louis Blues. These were pit stops, but they were true. Is it still blurry, man? Is this still blurry? I'm checking this out with my son. It looks blurry, then it looks clear, and then it looks blurry again. I'm going to have my laptop running in the background here. Gunnar, this is a reason, but I just read that. Warner. Oh, okay. I'm all caught up. It's crazy, but it's true. So who's the Super Bowl favorites for you guys? I'm going with the Ravens. How can you not go with Baltimore right now? People still want to go with San Francisco. Cowboys. The Cowboys. I didn't see the game. I saw the review. The Lions got robbed, by the way. The Lions got robbed. I did not see the game. I heard all this chatter, and I saw the highlights of the game. The Lions got robbed. Bruin, I'm probably one of the two people that remembers Warner played for the Giants. Right, and I'm the other one. Trouba Train, Bruin, I guarantee you, Michael, he would have known that. He would have known that. He's a huge Giants fan. But, yeah, not many people remember Kurt Warner was on the Giants. It's a true story. I was trying to think of the weird ones. Mike Piazza was on the Marlins. Gretzky on the Blues. I said that one. Ronnie Lott on the Jets. Ed Reed on the Jets. Anybody remember that? Brunson, bring it up. We got 10.5 left in the game. The Knicks up by 11 now. What happened to that 20-point lead, remember? Josh Hart loses the ball. He might have been fouled. Missed the jumper. Anunoby missed the jumper. See, we're up by 11 with 10.5. What did I tell you? By the time we get to 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, we'll be up by a point. Watch. I hate that I'll be right on that. I don't want to be right on that. Look at that. Karl Anthony Towns sinks it. Now we're only up by 10. What happened to that 20, 21-point lead that we just had? Here we go. Brunson with the mid-range jumper and missed it. Wolves get the rebound and bringing it back up. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Welcome to New York sports. Man, we cannot hold – even the Rangers do this, and the Rangers are killing it this year. Rudy Gobert dunked. Now we're only up by 8. Look at that. Just like that. Bruin, he only played one season. That was it. One season. Madonna on the Red Wings. Good one. Good one, Bruin. Gunnar Hasek was with Chicago before playing with Buffalo. He was the third string goalie for the Blackhawks. Very true. And Mike Keenan was the head coach. Who was Mike Keenan? Winning Stanley Cup coach for the New York Rangers. And he did not play Hasek. Yep. That's like the Brett Favre thing. He was third string quarterback on the Falcons. Chris Carter, great Minnesota Viking Hall of Fame wide receiver, started with the Eagles. Trying to think of some others. Chris Carter was one. A lot of people forget that. Aginla, Marty Turco, and Yager all on the Bruins. Very good. Yes, that's right. Yager played before they stuck the Columbus Blue Jackets in our division. The Jackets and the Capitals were stuck in the Rangers division. Before that, Yager played for all those teams, the Rangers, Penguins, Flyers, Devils, played for all of them except for the Islanders. He almost played for all. Aaron Asham, remember Aaron Asham, one of the old school enforcers? He played for all the teams, all of them in that division. Ottawa too, Gunner. That's right. Good call. Wait a minute. That's right. Hasek was on Ottawa. Yes, he was. That's right. That one I forgot, Bruin. I forgot that one. I forgot Hasek did play on the Senators. Good one, man. That's a good one. Yeah, Bruin, I remember that one. Brodeur finished with the Blues. Yep. That was like a forgettable finish with the Blues. Yep. Wow. Wes Welker was originally, yes, he was originally with Miami. I knew that one. His best years were with Buffalo and Detroit. Oh, Hasek? Yeah, no doubt. There was somebody else who wanted to. Zdeno Chara. Who did he start with? Zdeno Chara, Hall of Fame defenseman. Does anybody know who he started with? Who did Zdeno Chara start with? Who was his first team? I think I've mentioned this on here before. I might have. But who did he start with? Hold on a second. Come on, Knicks, let's go. See, 9:30 left in the game. We're only up by 8. Mid-range jumper by Brunson. He misses. And guess what? The Wolves get the rebound. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Knicks can't give us a break. Don't lose this. Don't blow this game. With 4:20 left in the third quarter, we had a 21-point lead. Do not forget that. Karl Anthony Towns. Nope, now we're up by 6, guys. This lead is going away fast. Very good. He started with the Islanders. You know who traded him away? Mike Milbury. He didn't think that he... Thank you, Anunoby hit a much-needed three-pointer. Thank you, Anunoby. Much-needed three-pointer. 8:30 left in the game. Yep, Chara. Started with the Islanders. They traded him away. You know who they traded away for? Alexei Yashin, who was like the Bobby Bonilla of hockey. Hardly played for the Islanders, but they had to pay him for years after that. Years, like Bobby Bonilla. Alexei Yashin, man, that's who they traded Chara away for. Chara and somebody else. I don't know if it was Jason Spezza or the draft pick that became Jason Spezza for the Senators, who was a really good player. So, yeah, Islanders said it. Medication! Another dweller accounted for. Yeah, I'm that Call of Duty guy. That Call of Duty guy, that's right. On the blurry vision here right now. I see it on the laptop, man. It's blurry. Connection is bad. Basement technical difficulties. Or everybody's on the internet on New Year's Day. I don't know. I've never had a blurry screen this long. But as somebody else mentioned before, I think it was Bruin, at least the stream is still going. We're used to it cutting out. So that hasn't happened yet. I'll be quiet, though. The Knicks had a medication. The Knicks had a 21-point lead with 4 minutes left, 4:20 left in the third. That has been reduced to 9 points. With 8 minutes to go because the Knicks cannot let the fans have a break and just watch a blowout. Randall for three. He airballed it. Oh. He airballed it. The Rangers do this too, even though they're killing it this season. The Rangers had some games where up 4-0, and then it's like 4-3 with 4-0 in the end of the second period. And then all of a sudden it's 4-3, and we're sweating the game out. Like, it's just New York sports. That's how we do it, man. The Jets even had the 27-7 lead on Washington. Had to sweat that one out. We had to win 30-28. And they cheered a game that 27-7. And then Jacoby Brissett comes in and has 3 touchdown drives in a row. Nothing's easy with these teams, man. Nothing. We're up by 7 right now. Randall with the ball, probably going to force a shot. No, he passed it. Brunson fouled, but missed the layup. Brunson missed the layup. What is going on? Jeez. Bruin, speaking of him, he was the second to last player from the 90s to retire. Who, Spezza? Jason Spezza? Oh, no, Chara. Yeah, and he retired on who? The Islanders. Imagine that. The Islanders sign him back at the end of his career when he has nothing going on. It's kind of like when the Knicks drafted Friedrich Weiss out of France, who never played one game in the NBA, instead of Ron Artest. So what do? They bring Ron Artest back at the end of his career when he has nothing left, when he was Meta World Peace. That's what we do. The Jets could have drafted Art Monk, Hall of Fame wide receiver. They didn't. They brought him back at the end of his career. So, yeah, there's another one. Art Monk played for the Jets. Matt Sundin on the Canucks. That's a good one. Ryan Miller on the Ducks. Yep. And he was on the Canucks also, Ryan Miller. Good one, man. Both of those are good. Matt Sundin on the Canucks. I forgot about that. Mark Messier on the Canucks. John Tortorella coaching the Canucks. You remember that? That was for 1 year. That's when he went in the tunnel and challenged the head coach of the Calgary Flames to a fist fight. And during the game, our head coach, Tortorella, went in between periods. You can YouTube it. And the Flames player held him back. He was going to fist fight the coach of the Flames. I forget who the coach was now, but I don't know what happened during the game to piss him off that much. But he wanted to fight him. He wanted to actually fight him in between periods. He went to their locker room. He was headed to the Flames locker room to fight him. It's hilarious, man. Hasek versus Brodeur. I'm picking Brodeur, Gunner, not only over Hasek, but I'm picking Brodeur over everybody. Everybody. I'm taking Martin Brodeur over anybody. Patrick Waugh, anybody. Look at the Knicks. We're up by 7 points. 6:45 left in the game. I understand you're a Buffalo fan. You would be biased towards Hasek. I get it. I get it, man. Up by 4 points now, guys. 4 points. Bruin, Hasek for me. Belfour on the Leafs. Ooh, Belfour traveled around a little bit. Yeah, Belfour on the Leafs. Come on. But no, I would take Brodeur. Brodeur over anybody. Brodeur 691 wins. He had give or take 120 to 130 shutouts in his career. He had over 30 seasons with 12. I mean, over 30 seasons with 12. What are you doing? Hold on a second. Hold on. Come on. What is going on now? I told you. Look, it's 5:55 left. I told you that we're going to start sweating this out. I told you, man. I knew it. I knew it. Hold on. Let me see if they can at least get some points out of this. Brunson driving the lane, going for the foul. No foul. Hartenstein hits that and one. Hartenstein did a freaking spin around. Boom. So anyway, before he shoots oh, wait a minute. Oh, I called it a travel like that. Well, while they're reviewing this, Brodeur has 691 wins, 120 to 130 shutouts, somewhere in there for his career. He had 12 straight seasons, 12 or 13 straight years of 30 wins or more. That's just some of his records. That's just some of them. 691 wins, man. That's 100 and like I said, Marc-Andre Fleury is about to tie Patrick Waugh for second all time with 551. It's 140 away. Hasek was great. Don't get me wrong. Hasek was great goalie. One of the best of the era. Brodeur's my guy, and I'm a New York Ranger fan saying it. I'm taking him in any game at any time. We're still up by 4 points at the moment. Gunnar Briere on the Avalanche. Yeah, how about Ray Bourque on the Avalanche? Ray Bourque was another. Eric Lindros on the Quebec Nordiques. How about that one? He refused to play for them, but technically he was on there. John Elway for the Indianapolis or Baltimore Colts at the time. Technically he was on there. Briere was on more teams than Danny Briere was on a lot of teams. Flip, another cellar dweller accounted for. A Flip in the basement, another Ozzy in the basement. Medication sounds about right for New York teams. Yep. They'll tell you too, man. I told them at 4:21 left in the third, when we were up by 21, when we got to 4:21 left in the fourth, we'll be up by 1. It's 5:30 left in the fourth. We're up by 4 right now, so I'm not far off my prediction. Flip, what's happening, man? Thank you, Flip, for supporting the Twitch channel as well. Thank you, man. And for those that missed it, that aren't, download Twitch. Watch me go on there and game. And I'm posting the link right there. That's my Twitch account, so download a Twitch and come on. Bruin, I feel like Seguin on the Bruins is long forgotten. Yeah, Tyler Seguin on there was a long time ago. It is forgotten, man. I can't believe they traded him away so young. So young, man. They traded away him, man. It is forgotten. How about Johnny Damon starting with the Kansas City Royals? David Cohn, for that matter, too, started with the Kansas City Royals. Yep. Johnny Damon. Pedro Martinez, Montreal Expos. Greg Maddux, too. Randy Johnson also. Boy, what a pitching staff that would be. Good steal. Good steal by Brunson. We got 4-4. Come on. Bring it home, Randall. Money steal by Brunson. Gets it up to Randall, who puts in a hard layup right there. The Knicks are up 103 to, I think, 95. They just cut the score off. Beautiful. Anthony Edwards just got stolen by Brunson. Bad pass by him. Brunson steals it. Kicks it up to Randall. Randall lays it in 103 to 95. 4:45 left in the game. I'm typing this message at 5:20. There you go. Typing it at 5:20. Curious about your delay. Yeah, okay. Good enough. And the blurriness too, man. I usually don't get this blurriness for this long. I don't know if there's a ton of people on the internet in the area or just the internet itself, because I never had it like this. And it didn't start out this way. It did not start out this way. I don't know. It's strange. Curtis Martin on the New England Patriots. Remember that? A lot of people forget Curtis Martin's first 3 years was with the Patriots. Jerome Bettis started with the Rams. He got rid of for Lawrence Phillips. A lot of people forget Bettis was on the Rams. Johnny Boychuk on the Bruins. Nice one, Bruin. That's a good one. Yeah, I actually did forget. I'll admit you, man. I completely forgot about that. Gunner, see you later, man. Have a good night, brother. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in, Gunner. I'll be on a lot more on YouTube and, of course, on the Twitch as well, Gunner. Thank you, man. Okay, here we go. 4:40 left in the game. 103-95. The Wolves bringing it up. Good defense. Anunoby's been playing. Good block. I think that was all ball by Hartenstein. Come on, show the play. I think that was all ball. Lego 2K Drive, free in PS5 for store till Thursday. Nice, Raiders. Thanks for the update, Raiders. 2K Drive, free in PS5, guys, for store till Thursday. Bruin, good night, Gunner. Medication, it's not blurry for me. Good. Is it blurry for anybody else? Is it blurry for anybody else? Because if not, then my laptop is blurry. That's all. Okay, good. Good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it, Medication. Thank you. Lockport, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Lockport's in the basement. What's up, Lockport? What's up, basement? Just got done with work. Awesome, man. Good stuff, brother. Good to see you in here, man. We talked about your Buffalo Bills earlier. Thank you for holding on to the Patriots, because now the Jets have a 2-game lead. If I could find one silver lining in this season as a Jets fan, the Patriots are 2 games behind the Jets. They've solidified last place. So even if and when they beat the Jets on Sunday, we still aren't finishing in last for the first time since 2019. Go Jets. The whole season's flushed down the drain, but we still weren't worse than the Patriots. How about that? Clear for me, Lockport. Good. Everybody else is clear. Good. Medication. Maybe a few beverages in, it'll be blurry. Right. I hear you, man. I hear you. Good one. Bruin, I was sad when Boychuk left the Bruins. How about Roberto Luongo starting with the Islanders? Roberto Luongo started with the Islanders. Another Hall of Fame goalie, a Hall of Fame player. Chara wasn't a goalie, but you know what I mean. The Hall of Fame player that they let go when they were young in their career. Roberto Luongo started with the Islanders. I was sad, Boychuk. Yeah, that is sad. Like, how did they get rid of him? It's crazy. Lockport, what's up, Bruin? Flip, how's Giddey traveling in the NBA? Giddey is good, man. Good player for OKC. Really good player. OKC is playing really good ball this year too, man. Well, I think within a couple of years, you're going to see them as one of the top teams, if not the top team in the West. Which the Knicks right now, if they hold on, will beat the number 1 team in the West and the Minnesota Timberwolves. That was an important three-pointer we just missed. 3:40 left in the game. The Knicks are up by 6, 103-97. I had to do some math there. Ron Hextall on the Nordiques. Wow. Yep. Wow. That's a good one. Ron Hextall on the Nordiques. Oh, yeah, Bruin Meta. That's right. Lockport. I rarely missed it, Johnny. What's your thoughts on Barrett and Quickly trade? Oh, you probably missed it. Well, here's my thoughts. I said them earlier, so I'll say it again for the OG Lockport. RJ Barrett, I was a fan when they got him. I really liked him. I even have a huge RJ Barrett dunking poster over here that I'm going to have to take down now. I really wanted him to be more consistent. He was just not consistent. Every time you started to love him, he would have 3 bad games in a row. Then you started to hate him, he'd have 3 great games in a row. I really wish he became more of the player he was supposed to be. I would trade him for Anunoby in a heartbeat. It's an upgrade having Anunoby here. I would have traded Barrett with a couple of draft picks to get him. I would not have included Emmanuel Quickly in that trade. The Knicks had to make a trade. Look, they are what they are, and they would have been the same team they were last year. You ain't first, but you ain't last. You're middle of the pack. And that they had to make a move. I get it. And I get the Barrett trade. I get that too. I defended him for as long as I could. It's hard to anymore because he's just too inconsistent. But you're trading away the runner-up to 6th Man of the Year award last year. Quickly coming off the bench is monstrous. Now, if you're going to trade Quickly, you trade him in a package for a far better player. I can't understand a Barrett and Quickly and a draft pick for Anunoby. I listen, the guy's great. I would not have included Quickly in that. There's a couple other players. How about throwing Evan Fournier and another Miles McBride? Throw somebody else in there than Quickly, man. That part of it I don't like. Anunoby, I like him, man. He's playing hardcore today. He's doing really well. Definitely an upgrade from Barrett. That's my thoughts on a Lockport. The Quickly thing, the whole reason to me why the Knicks lost to Miami in the playoffs this year is because they didn't have Quickly. Quickly was hurt coming off the bench. Anyway, we're up 103-97, 3 minutes left. So I like part of the trade. How about that, Lockport? I like part of the trade. Part of it. Luongo on the Panthers. Oh, yeah, Luongo on the – hey, that's where my man John Van Beesbrook went. The Beezer, man, for the Rangers, they got rid of him and kept Mike Richter, who I just showed the bobblehead of Mike Richter, who won the Stanley Cup goalie for the Rangers. Beezer went to the Panthers. You remember this? And they got swept by the Colorado Avalanche in the finals. But if you look up, it wasn't like a 4-0 blowout sweep like the Vegas just basically did to the Panthers. I think it was a gentleman's sweep against the Panthers. But those games were all close. Beezer played his butt off for the Panthers in 1996. That was his first. That was his first game as first at the end of his career. First Stanley Cup Finals. All those great years he had with the Rangers, they were just bad teams or below average teams. So I went to the Panthers and brought him to the Cup, man. I was pulling for the Panthers in that one. And yeah, Luongo went there too. It's funny. Brunson, 3. Oh, just short at the front of the rim. Vincenzo with the rebound. We're still up 103-97. We need a bucket here. 2 or a 3. 2:20 left in the game. Come on, Randall. Randall's probably going to force something here. Oh, he hit it. We'll take it at the buzzer. How about that? How about that? John Van Beesbrook. That's an oldie right there. All right, Knicks up by 6 yet again. I had to do math, 105-99. 6 points. Randall bringing it up. Come on, Randall. 1:30 left in the game. Hit that turnaround jumper. He hit it. Remember when I said I like Randall a lot and there's parts I don't like? These are the parts I do like when he can hit those shots. I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks made him part of a package also. McDaniels missed it. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go. Out of bounds. Oh, my gosh, man. The ball was going out of bounds. Conley wasn't out of bounds? Conley saved it, kicked it back in. The Wolves just hit a three-pointer. I guess he wasn't out of bounds. He looked out of bounds. Knicks blocked the shot. The ball is going out of bounds. One of the Wolves players touched it. I thought, well, whatever. It didn't go out. They hit a three, so now we're only up by 5. Just under a minute. Brunson to Vincenzo. Forcing a shot. He missed it. Here we go. He missed it. 45 seconds. We're up by 5. Wolves bringing it up. The Knicks can't. You guys blowing this game. Towns missed it. Knicks get the ball back. Towns missed it, man. He missed a shot. 30 seconds left. Josh Hart underneath. Nope, he brings it back out. Smart move. He would have been blocked. Randall driving the lane. And he gets it. And one. Yes, that was great. Wow, that was beautiful by Julius Randle. Beautiful. Drove the lane, and I mean 3 guys were on him. Fade away off the layup and got the one. That was huge play. Huge play. Wow. So it's 109-102, 23 seconds left. Randall hits this. We'll be up by 8. And he hit it. We're up by 8 points, guys, with 23 seconds left. That should do it. Where are we at? Lockport, I barely missed a job. I read that. Medication laughing, saw that. Bruin Luongo on the Panthers, since you mentioned him. Yep, read that. Hextall had to wear 72. I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that. Ron Hextall will always be on the flyer to me. Marian Gaborik on the Kings. Yeah. Wow. That's a good one, Bruin. That's a good one. Wow. Lockport, yeah, I was surprised to see them move quickly. So was he. They said he was shocked. Look at Julius Randle tonight. 38 points, 14 to 24 from the field, 8 of 11 from 3. He's killing it tonight. Bruin Vans Beesbrook in a flyer since you mentioned him. Oh, Beezer, man. I like the Bees. That was a hard decision for the Rangers to make, Beezer or Richter. You see Richter's thing I got up back there. By the way, do you know Richter is not in the Hall of Fame? Isn't that crazy? He's not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I tell you, man, I find these figures, man, and I buy them. There's a little memorabilia store nearby, man, and they got some of the craziest things, man. I'll buy them, man, when I see stuff like that. Inbound, Conley bringing it out. He's at the top of the key, driving the lane. He gets the 2. Conley got the 2. The Knicks up by 6 with 17 seconds left. Brunson got the ball. Vincenzo, Hart. Oh, they fouled Vincenzo. I was wondering why the Wolves weren't intentionally fouling anybody. 13 seconds left, 6-point lead. Vincenzo going to the line. Bruin, I actually think the stint with the Devils was actually more forgettable than with the Flyers. Yeah. Definitely more. So forgettable, I forgot he was on the Devils. Wow. Come on, Knicks. Yep, Lockport. You going to watch the Jets Week 18 game? I don't know. I've missed some Jet games this year, man. I didn't care because their offense is so atrocious. The only thing worthwhile in that Patriot game is A, no matter what happens, we don't finish in last. And B, can you just beat the Patriots? Who cares? Last game of the year, just beat them. Just beat them. Just beat them and snap this stupid 16-game losing streak or whatever it is that the Patriot fans love so much. But everybody beat up on the Jets. 7-point lead. Vincenzo hit 1 out of 2. 9 seconds left. This game's over. 5 seconds left. We got a 5-point lead. Randall gets fouled. 3 seconds left. This game's over, guys. Yeah, I forgot he was on the Devils at all. At all. Yeah, so Ed Reed on the Jets, Ronnie Lott on the Jets. Steve Atwater. Remember Steve Atwater? He ended up on the Jets. Emmitt Smith on the Cardinals. Who, by the way, very good on the Cardinals. He almost had 1,000 yards rushing. For all the people that think that he ran behind the greatest line and Emmitt Smith can't be up there with Walter Payton and Barry Sanders and those guys, that's ridiculous. He was a great open field runner. And when he went to the Cardinals, who were crap, he had like 978 rushing yards one season. That's way at the end of his career. Joe Namath on the Rams. I know nobody remembers that, neither do I because I was young, but it's just funny when you look it up. He looks funny in a Rams jersey. Joe Klecko finishing his career with the Colts. That was another. Joe Klecko with the Colts. Bruce Smith with the Redskins. Deion Sanders with them. Dave Duerson. Man, there's some funny ones, man. Michael Jordan on the Wizards. There you go, medication. MJ on the Wizards. There you go. Bobby Orr on the Blackhawks. Yeah. Gordie Howe on the Hartford Whalers. But he wanted to play with his sons. Gordie Howe on the Hartford Whalers. There's another one. MJ on the Wizards. I love that one, medication. Good one. Good one. No, Klecko retired with the Baltimore Colts or the Indianapolis Colts. And speaking of the Colts, how about Eric Dickerson on the Colts? That was another one. Matt Forte finished with the Jets. LaDainian Tomlinson, of course. I actually got him too. LaDainian Tomlinson on the Jets. I wish the Jets would have kept this thing going. This uniform here. This one. I wish the Jets would have kept this. But anyway, yeah, LaDainian Tomlinson. Isn't that funny? Speaking of that, I even got a Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington, one of our 2 drafted quarterbacks that had a winning record. Knicks win. We beat the number 1 team in the West, 112-106. Great game by the Knicks. Great introduction for Anunoby. Great game. Miles McBride appears to be the new 6th man for the Knicks. Didn't have a great game taking over Quickly's role, but I think he rushed some stuff. I think he's trying to jump in there really fast. Let's give him a break. Give him a bit of a pass on this one, especially since we won the game. I give him a bit of a pass. I think McBride was really pushing it hard today, trying to fill the shoes with Quickly, which is not going to be easy to fill. Yep, medication. Emmitt Smith on the Cardinals. Yep, just talked about that. Amen. 978 yards. Almost had the 1,000. Lockport, what position do you want the Jets to draft with their first-round pick? Line, offensive line, offensive line, offensive line. Because I believe the Jets are going to get Devontae Adams from the Raiders anyway. Offensive line. I want everything the Jets do to be on that offensive line. Lockport, you weren't here for this. Garrett Wilson second year in a row, 4 different quarterbacks for the second year in a row, horrendous offensive line for the second year in a row, has got 1,000 yards receiving in all of that nonsense for a second year in a row. Oh, and he's only been in the league 2 years. He's the first wide receiver to do that on the Jets since Keyshawn Johnson did it in 1996 and 97. And by the way, when Keyshawn did it, the Jets were even worse. They were 1-15, and 97 that was Bill Parcells' first year. The Jets finished 9-7 and missed the playoffs by 1 game. That was the year that Barry Sanders got his 2,000 yards against the Jets in the last game of the year, and they had, I think he needed like 140-something yards in that game, and he got it. Shinazi, I would have won money if Brunson had 4 more points. Oh, really? If he had 4 more points, he would have had that? Oh, man, Shinazi. Yeah, medication. Amen. O-line. O-line. Everything the Jets do in the offseason is O-line. Your defense is set. Running back Breece Hall set. Garrett Wilson set. They're going to get the receivers. Trust me, Aaron Rodgers is going to be a huge part of this offseason. You already know it. The drafts and free agents. Offensive line. Offensive line. One thing that's relieving to me as a Jet fan, knowing that next season, I know what happened with Rodgers, I get it, but knowing that we're going in with a real quarterback and medication, if you weren't aware, the Jets are eyeing Jacoby Brissett to be their backup quarterback next year. That's one of the choices they think they're going to go with. Bring him. Bring Brissett. We need a veteran backup. Zach Wilson, right, wrong, or indifferent, is going to be on a different team. If he gets with the right coaching staff, watch out. You heard it here first. Watch out. Zach Wilson is going to be very good in this league with the right coaching staff and the right schemes. Not hand off to Breece Hall up the middle. Second, and the whole thing I went over. Second down, you get sacked. Third down, and then when you have a second and third and long, what does Hackett call? A 2-yard pass play, screen pass, and hope the receiver picks up the extra 15 yards that you need for the first down. Horrendous play calling. But we already knew Hackett got a pass. He's Rodgers' guy. I get it. Robert Saleh got a pass. The New York Jets just act like they are the only team in this unique situation that has a bad offensive line and a quarterback hurt. Bengals are winning that way. Browns are winning that way. Well, the Browns don't have as bad of a line, but the Bengals don't have a great line, and they have a quarterback that's never even played in the league before, and they're winning. But the Jets always act as if it's just them. It's just us. Flip, what game do you play on your table in the background, JB? Oh, that's pool. That's pool table. That's a pool table. 9-ball and 8-ball, man. But I am no superstar. It's funny when people see have a pool table, they think you're like superstar with it. I know you don't know that. People come over, they might beat me in pool. Anyway, guys, I got to get the basement mascot out. I will be back on again this week. For those that are supporting me on Twitch, I'll probably be on a little bit later tonight. I'll come on Twitch for a little while, playing Call of Duty or NBA My Career. Join me in that. I'm Johnny Average and Boast. Bruin. To answer your question, yes, I will play MLB, Bruin. If you want to see me in that, I'm almost in the World Series in that game. So, guys, thank you so much for the support. I will be on quite a bit here on YouTube and Twitch. Afternoons to nights, man. I will be here in the new year. We're going to keep it rolling here. Keep it rolling in the basement. Thank you to everybody. I will talk to you all soon and see whoever's in Twitch later on. Probably in a couple hours or so, I'll be on there. Thank you all, guys. I'll see you soon. Justin, I'll pop back in to say what's up to you. Happy New Year. You're a long-time dweller. Thanks for showing up, but we just ended the stream. Justin, but I will be on again this week. The Rangers play tomorrow night at 8:30. I'm probably doing that game. And Justin, if you weren't aware, here's my Twitch account. Watch me game on Twitch. Come on and support the channel, Justin. Now I'm out. Justin, you're a long-time dweller. I saw you pop in right as I turned the camera off. I'll see you guys later on. Johnny Basement, and I am out.